And with that, we will start the podcast. Hi, I'm Rob. This is TurnipGames.
I'm Ryan.
And we're just discussing how Shulk cannot be Australian because he's never been to prison.
I'm really feeling
I guess if he is Australian, he really feels like a prisoner every day. Do we want that fan on? It's going right at the microphone. We didn't really set things up. I kind of sprung this on Ryan.
I didn't even know you were going to start.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, you're over there playing 3DS.
I know, I'm playing, yeah.
Alright, so we started from the point of we don't have a lot to talk about, and then I just kept filling in this list, and we have more to talk about than ever.
Oh, no.
This time is going to be more, I guess, ad-libbing than real news, but who cares? If you've listened to the last 10 podcasts, you don't mind listening to us talk.
Right, which you better have.
So, should we save Smash for the end?
Yeah.
Use it for the middle?
End.
For the end? Alright, since you're messing around with your Game Boy, I'm going to hop right on to some of the stuff that maybe you're not...
And I just want to say why I'm doing this is because every freaking time I want to pick up this game or think about it, it's always late.
Probably say what it is.
Animal Crossing, and for New Leaf. And the only reason why I've been doing, because I don't want to lose any of my characters, my neighbors. And it seems to me every time I pick up this game, it seems to be at nighttime, and so like a whole day or a day and a half goes by, and like my flowers die and all this crap. So I'm trying to talk to these people before the next day comes, and it's just a mess. So that's why I have this open.
All right. Well,
it's not like I'm not listening. I'm just trying to get this job done.
But while you mess around with that, I'll give you like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, I have to like hunt down all these people.
Yeah, it's funny how I can talk for hours on here, and then when I hear that I have a presentation for college that's 10 minutes long, I'm like, shit.
Yeah, like the same way, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so...
Scorpion.
Scorpion? As in, get over here, Scorpion, or...
I don't see the freaking trees in the way.
Scorpion?
There we go.
Oh,
Scorpion.
okay, cool, catch him.
Yeah.
Or do you have him? Okay, anyway, sorry, this is going really bad for the podcast.
He disappeared.
Because they can't see what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, PAX Prime just happened, which I think is in Seattle. It's like the Western version. There's PAX East and there's PAX Prime, and I don't know if there's just a normal PAX. I don't go to gaming conventions, but I do follow the news. And at the same time, to coincide with PAX, Tokyo Game Show aired some stuff early. They ran like a stream, and Tokyo Game Show isn't for like another 2-3 weeks. It's late September. What they did was like pre-announcements for things that are going to be there, or that will have full-scale announcements. They did the one that was the shortest and that I'm the happiest about was the Persona 5 teaser trailer. They had one that was like 12 seconds, like late last year or early this year, that was just confirming that it exists. At the end of like an hour and a half event, it was like 12 seconds. And now it's about 40 second little anime clip showing what we think might be the main character and just kind of, yeah, we're still working on it, we're still here, confirming it for 2015. And then the real shocker last time we saw it was that it was going to be PS3 exclusive. And we're like, ooh, that's kind of, things are moving on. PS4 is very successful. You're kind of missing out. So then at the end, it kind of does this thing where like the right half fills in and it's like PS3 and PS4.
Okay.
So I'll be grabbing the PS4 version, assuming they're out at the same time. I'll just get the more powerful version because they're both the original version.
Yeah, so that's fine.
If PS3 came out 5 months ahead, I'd grab that because I like to go for the original release. But yeah, P5's coming. Every Persona game I've ever touched, every Shin Megami Tensei game, everything by Atlus in general has been excellent.
Well, we played, a good 2 hours?
Good 2 hours of P4.
Yep. It's good.
And they're really worth it for your money. If you're into that kind of game, you're going to get a lot of time out of it. Something I didn't get a lot of time out of would be, if you guys follow our other videos and when me and Mark talk, even though we played some Dark Souls, he got me to play some. I bought Demon Souls, I played some of that. Trying to kind of get into that hype when Dark Souls 2 came out. And I can't say I'm the biggest fan. I mean, I get the whole thing, it's difficult, you die a lot, it's bringing back, like, old NES difficulty, but in a modern game. Yada yada. I didn't have enough time with it, and Mark was being an asshole the whole time, because it's the one game he's a little bit better than me at. Granted, he did run me right to the hardest monsters immediately, and then yell at me that I couldn't do it, and I played 12 hours straight, so straight. I only left to go to the bathroom. And
oh, wow.
So I gave it a shot. I gave it a 12-hour shot. Maybe one sitting's not good enough. Anyhow, the sequel's coming. And it's the weirdest feeling. Has there ever been something for you where, okay, probably there's a lot of things for you this way, where you keep getting disappointed, and then you still get excited and try the next thing that they come out with.
Yeah.
Basically, this would be all of Nintendo and Sonic.
Yeah.
Among some other things, but game-related, those would be the big ones.
It's like Sonic.
You're constantly complaining about stuff, and then you just, but I gotta buy the next one. So I only bought Demon's Souls, the cheapest and the oldest of the Souls games. And I didn't really like it that much. It's not my bag, as Austin Powers would say. I have not played Dark Souls 1, so I can't go off of that. I've played, probably by now, like 20 hours of Dark Souls 2. And I'm just really not all that into it. I see Bloodborne, the sequel to that, to Dark Souls 2, coming for PS4 and probably PC at some point or whatever. Don't know if that's confirmed, and I still get so excited. It looks great. It looks like everything that was wrong with the Souls games that I didn't like. It's a Souls game minus everything I didn't like. So I'm probably actually going to pick that up, having not enjoyed any of the series so far. It's the weirdest thing. I know if anyone is a fan and is listening to these, we might have just lost some fans from that, but I admit that I'm bad at Souls, so that's probably why I don't like it.
But you're willing to give it another shot.
Give it another shot so you guys can give me some credit for that. I'm just going to keep rolling on here. I hope you're doing good on that. I'm knocking out half the list myself.
I am. I accidentally read a letter in a time capsule that I wasn't supposed to, so now it's open, and she's going to get mad at me. So that's good.
Yeah. Well, just talk to who you need to talk to and save it up. Next month, I think, somewhere in October, on a Friday, I'm driving down to New York, and then I think Saturday night, I'm seeing a Hatsune Miku concert with some friends and family. Not a lot to say about that, except I'm excited. I hope not too much of it's in English, and if you guys didn't know that exists, or anyone else is into Vocaloid, there are concerts in North America every once in a while now, so look it up. It's in New York, though, the only place they can sell enough tickets to make it worth it.
I kind of want to see it, I'm not going to lie.
Well, we might have to talk about that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And,
do you want to leave me? If you ever leave me, I will kill everyone in this town and then come after you. So I hope we have an agreement. Love, Ryan. You write some pretty nice messages. I mean, why wouldn't they stay in your town?
I know. I mean, this came out of me out of the blue, and I figured I'd write.
A lot of stuff comes out of you that's blue. Rolling right along then. Last time I was here, since last time I was here, I don't think I've personally found out anything new about Hyrule Warriors. The last time I talked about it or thought about it was last time I was here. And we did a podcast, so there's really not a ton to add on, except for that it came out in Japan. It had one of the oddest releases ever. The successfulness. The first week was really bland. It was like, the spin-off is selling like a spin-off. And then the next week, it octuples in sales. And Wii U sales, console sales, rocket 250% for a few weeks, and now it's topping charts and stuff.
Well, that's freaking amazing.
I guess all the dudes picked up their pre-orders and then played it over the weekend or whatever. This is all I can assume. Told everyone how great it is. And then it blew up. Because the first week they're saying how, we didn't even sell half of what we shipped for the first week. And now they're stores are out of stock in Japan.
Wow.
And I think you've probably heard some good things by now.
I have.
Just by searching Nintendo things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hearing bad things. I guess that's the point of all this.
No, and
so I'm really looking forward to it.
Some stuff kind of ties into other stuff that I'll mention later.
I am a little bummed. I don't really have the right to be, because we usually get Zelda games first in America. But,
what a bummer.
But we're getting Hyrule Warriors last, after Europe.
Yeah, doesn't it?
That's really weird, because it's not Nintendo, though. It's Koei Tecmo, or Tecmo Koei. I forget which word comes first.
Is that why we're not getting it first?
Probably because Nintendo publishes Zelda here first, because I think it's actually more popular here than Japan. And Koei Tecmo is like, well, this is a Dynasty Warriors game technically, so that's way bigger here. And we don't think that this spin-off will have as much pull in the West. I don't see why everything's not a worldwide release.
Thank you.
To me, I feel like staggering releases, all it does is allow, not leaks, but spoilers that ruin sales in other regions.
Yeah.
What is the benefit to not releasing on the same day? If someone could tell me, please just leave a comment. I won't argue. I'll be like, thanks for telling me.
The only thing that... Because they did that with X and Y,
Go ahead,
and
tell
saw
me. You'll
how
be
well
wrong,
that
but
turned
just
out.
tell me. Yeah,
you know?
just go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, like, X and Y, I was all for it. But
I know you're agreeing with me. It's fine.
I am, and I just...
It turned out better than ever.
Well, it kind of sucked, because it didn't... We didn't get all the... We got the release date, yes, but stupid Canada or whatever got it, like, a week ahead of time or something like that. So stupid.
They didn't... Those were dudes had it and sold it when they're not supposed to.
Yeah, so...
So that could have happened here.
But it didn't.
No, but it didn't. But that shouldn't have happened anywhere.
It shouldn't have happened.
The way that they did it
they're
was...
not going to do that again.
The way that they did it was the best way they could have done it. It was
Yes.
scheduled for worldwide, and some guys got in big trouble for that, by the way.
That's what I was... Oh, yeah, I'm sure they got
Yeah, so...
really in trouble. I
The
wish
Smash
they would do that
Leaker
with
is
every
fired
game.
and, like, being sued.
Yeah.
That one.
Yo, what if the Smash Leaker was Sakurai, so he wasn't, you know...
What if we said some stuff earlier that ends up being true, and then we get sued super? That would be cool.
Mewtwo's in Smash, what?
Then we can meet Sakurai in
Yeah.
court. I'd be like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah. Wait, have you ever made a game?
Ask him.
Yeah. I'll shake his hand if I'm allowed to and be like, have you ever made a game?
Lean in real close. Have you ever made a game?
I'm really feeling
Oh.
it. All the feels.
Stroke the hair away from his forehead.
I'm really feeling it.
Backslash, and then I can come in. From the stupid, like, pew chairs they have in court, and I can just, like, launch over one and
Oh, yes.
get him with the old backslash. Sakurai would love it. I feel like he would actually be down for that.
Yeah.
Because we got to see Reggie and Iwata fight
Oh,
that time
yeah.
where they were Dragon Ball Z fighting.
Hells yeah.
That was pretty funny. Like,
That was
pretty good.
I
It did.
liked it.
It should have been way more awkward, but it came out really funny. And
Yeah.
like, it was really well done and tasteful.
No
Because
more
they got that it was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Bloodborne. Surprisingly, I'm looking forward to Persona. Unsurprisingly, I'm going to see Miku. That's surprising to some people, maybe. Hyrule Warriors. I'm hype. That's in my blood. You should know that by now. And
I didn't know that.
I got to knock out pretty much all the stuff that you don't know about.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Yeah, so from here on, I have to listen to you. Put in stuff.
Listen to me.
Well, I'll give you one now here. Talk to us about the prologue for Sonic.
Yeah. Okay, so this was probably around like August 13th or whatever, and I was on YouTube, you know, like a lot of people. And I forget what,
What's
you know,
YouTube?
it's one thing you're searching, and then all of a sudden, 10 hours later, something completely different. But I found this prologue of Sonic, it's called. And so if you type in prologue of Sonic on YouTube, I'm sure the first thing that pops up is, it should be 25 minutes and like 33 seconds, I think. And it's basically this team got together, probably literally like...
Team of animators?
Yeah, there's animators, composers, and...
Voice actors.
Well, then
An
there's something
editor.
else. Editor, that's
Was
right.
he, like, lead editor?
Video editor.
Or lead animator, lead editor, whatever. It's a group
Yeah.
of like 3 dudes and then some voice actors.
Yeah. So, and they did an extremely awesome job of this. And
Fan project.
It is a fan project. It's all, you know, all non-profit. And they even give you the soundtrack, I believe. The soundtrack is literally like one song, I think.
The opening and ending.
Yeah, there's an
Like
opening and
like
there's an
2
ending
songs.
song. Yeah.
Maybe
But-
the background music. I don't. Is there
Actually,
even?
yes, I think there is. You know, I don't know. I don't know why I don't know this, but anyway, it's really great, and the storyline is great. It's basically how Sonic first met Tails, and it goes back to like, it's like between Sonic and Sonic 2. So
Sonic
it's
1
like,
and Sonic 2 for the Genesis.
Yes.
We'll specify, because if anyone here is, say, even 15 years old, when you say Sonic and Sonic 2, that could mean Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Like, Yeah, the original Sonics.
They even have Amy and Knuckles like in the future. Like they do, and Tails and Sonic. You didn't see that part, but I know because I saw it.
I have not watched yet.
And
they
even had Metal Sonic. They have the old Metal Sonic fight. And it's just an amazing thing. I wish they would continue it, doing a show like that.
I would have liked to see, aside from like that side story, I want to see the official story of 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles.
Just like that.
That way. Long story short, I don't know if that was like kind of drawn out. Maybe it's just a fan-made animated episode. Basically, it's like a little short. CG, I guess a fan-animated CG short.
Yeah.
20-something minutes, and it's just the story kind of in between Sonic and Sonic 2 for the Genesis.
Yeah,
it's really well done. The voices are not as bad as you would think.
No.
The soundtrack is actually really catchy. Mm-hmm. They have some vocal tracks that were surprisingly fitting.
And Back in Time from Sonic R. Back in Time, that's the song that they remade, and it's really weird that it's a Sonic R, Back in Time. That's from Sonic R.
Oh. I thought they came up with that song themselves. No. Because Sonic R, I remember, is Sonic Boom. Oddly enough, is the song from Sonic R.
And also, but the credits, that's a totally made up original song.
Then I need to hear that one. I have not heard the ending song yet.
I like it.
Okay, so I can't speak for it myself. I believe you, but I can't.
So yeah, I would...
tell them one more time what to look for.
Prologue of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's... Just look it up. I'm sure you're going to love it. I mean, I don't know these guys, but I want everyone to watch this, because I'm sure if you're a fan of... Especially old school Sonic, like the Genesis.
16-bit in general, you'll appreciate this.
You will. I mean, it's phenomenal what these guys do.
Yeah, even with, like, we're not big, like, pushers of modern Sonic games or anything. Like, we're both pretty much old school Sonic fans. So this is coming from some people that have also not liked the recent games. This is still awesome. So definitely check it out. When you started telling me about it, like, I didn't even really want to pay attention, and then you just brought it up, and I'm like, oh. And I just like closed my laptop, and I started watching, because I'm like, this is really good. He was not kidding.
No.
Okay. I guess we'll knock out the smaller ones, because they're just easier to get into. Anime, what have we both been watching? I've gotten into some new things, but are you just following?
We still gotta watch it, too.
We do.
Sword Art Online.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Okay, so that's pretty much just what you keep up with?
Yeah, and then for mangas, I still read Attack on Titan.
I've got manga separately, because I have a lot to say about manga, actually. So, yeah, anime, still waiting on that AOT Season 2, but we got Sword Art Season 2. Then, on top of that, I'm still keeping up with All Noah Zero every week. I've mentioned it a few times on the podcast now, and I might actually try to get you to watch it soon if I keep up with it a little longer and I decide it's really that good.
Better than Code Geass?
No. If you're going to watch anything right now, you've got to watch it.
Gotta watch it.
I've told you, if you want to start it, I'll sit here and watch it with you. Like, whenever. I don't care.
It took me a long time to download both of them.
I downloaded each season one night each. Like, just turned it on, left it. I blew up my, like, data limit, but whatever. Yeah, Code Geass is better. It's actually very similar to Code Geass, than just minus, like, the Death Note aspect, like the intelligence of it. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of the action of Code Geass, if that was just the whole show.
I started watching the first episode, but I had it in, like, it was this crappy
like
quality. Yeah, I swear it was, like, worse than that. And that's why I was asking you. I was like, how old is this? And
no, you can get it in 1080.
Yeah, like, and then when you said that, I immediately stopped watching. I deleted that crap. And
yeah, what is that?
It was only like 16... No, it was like 10 gigabytes for one section. No, I'm sorry. It was like 8 gigabytes.
For the whole season?
Yeah.
That's probably 480.
So I was like, this is crap.
Yeah, so you got Call Girls.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the best you're going to find.
Okay.
It's going to plug up your computer like a mofo, but it's...
Yeah, no, when I found... Because they're like 25 gigs or something each.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I've watched some shows by them. I'm not kidding. I watched a show that was 2.5 gigs per episode.
Damn.
Yeah. It was sharp. It was better definition than real life, as Fry from Futurama would say. But, yeah, their stuff looks good.
It's a shame you don't watching dubbed because I
hate
like
dubs.
to too, but I just like watching it just so I don't know, but
I've watched.
I
so
cannot
many...
find Sword Art Online in 1080. It's always 720. In Japanese subbed, I could find that 1080 anywhere.
Yeah,
But I wanted the dub.
I think even Crunchyroll has it. Like, it's pretty easy. I've taught myself, like, I've watched probably over 1,500 episodes of subbed anime in my life. Like, different episodes, not counting rewatches. Like, I've watched, like, all of Bleach that way, and just tons of shows that are 50, 60 episodes on top of that. So you add them all together, and at this point, I can watch what's happening and read. I do this, like, chameleon thing, like, my eyes are like this. And I...
See, sometimes, like, for me, I could... Yeah, I've watched a lot so far, but for me, I'm still... I don't know. I really want to just be captivated with what's going on, and then just hearing them, you know,
I guess
on the
the voice uncaptivates me, so that my issue is not reading while I'm watching, it's hearing them while I'm watching.
Okay.
Would pull me out of it. Some shows I love it in English. Outlaw Star, Inuyasha.
Oh, I was talking about subbed, but yeah.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to shit on people that like dub, like English dub. Some of them are excellent.
Oh, no, and I don't
Death Note
agree.
dub was godlike.
I agree with you, though, with especially with Sword Art, like, and even Attack on Titan's kind of not that good with dub. I do like the Japanese version better. I don't know what's with why we can't get decent voice actors to do this, but...
Brad Swale should do every voice.
Yeah.
He almost does in Gundam Wing. He's like 50% of the male voices. It's so funny. Sometimes there's like... I think there's a scene even where it's two characters played by Brad Swale talking to each other, and it's the weirdest thing. Yeah.
That table read would have been fun.
The table what?
If they do table reads, that'd be cool. Cause
What's
then,
a table read?
Basically, it's like when they're doing an episode, it's all written out in script, and then you have the whole cast, and then they go through the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're doing the same character, like Peter Griffin and Brian, if there's a scene with all of them in it, he does both back to back. So it's like, oh boy.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Doesn't Seth MacFarlane do a lot of the voices?
A lot of the
too?
voices, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, so Sword Art we're keeping up with. I'm watching All New Zero. I've recently started Spice and Wolf. I actually suggested it to my mom, and I'm like, hey, I should watch that too. So I started watching it. I've tried it before, but I always had like... I started watching it, and then the next day I found Sword Art.
Okay.
And then like way before that I tried watching Spice and Wolf, and I found like .hack or something. I don't know. It keeps getting blown up by other stuff. So now that I got a little downtime, I'm checking that out. Buying the mangas as well. Possibly the light novels. I think that's pretty good for me on anime. I'm really hoping Bleach starts back up soon. Today I got over here, and you had my link for me, my World of Nintendo link. We've talked about World of Nintendo once on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But since then, a lot has happened. Because we found out about it, and neither of us had a single one.
Yeah.
So, what you got?
Link.
What? No, what do you have?
Wait, what are you talking about?
What World of Nintendos do you have?
Oh,
Last time we talked about this, we had none. We were like, oh my god, they're out, and we can't find them.
Okay, yeah, no, I have DK, I have Bowser, which are 6-inch. I have Yoshi, Mario, Link, which are the 4-inch.
You should have said, I have them all.
Oh, that would have been easier.
Yeah.
I have them all.
Yeah.
I'm really feeling it, sorry.
I'm really feeling these World of Nintendo figures. How about you, Sakurai?
That stinks that they can't make a Shulk figure.
Pull them close, and then just say an entire
By
podcast
his
into
tide,
his
he
ear.
has a tide.
Yeah, everyone freezes for 2 hours, and you just speak a podcast to him. And he loves it.
Then I whip out my Death Note. Can we talk, please?
Sakurai. That's. I think it's Masahiro Sakurai. No, that's a different guy, isn't it? Anyway.
Maybe, I don't know.
I've got Link now.
Ooh.
Ooh, I've got Bowser. I've got Wario, Ice Luigi, and Waluigi.
But Ice Luigi, Waluigi, and Wario are the 2-inch.
The 2-inch
Yeah.
figures, yes. And then I have Link as 4-inch, and then I have the 6-inch Bowser.
So, and these guys are hard to find. Oh, well, Link in particular is
Link
the
is hard
hardest
to
to find.
And Bowser is hard to find.
I could agree with that, yeah.
I'd say the 6-inch DK is not that hard.
No, where did you get Bowser? I forgot.
I got him from that little Toys R Us.
So it was a Toys R Us?
Yes,
Because
it
I
was,
have
absolutely.
not seen him anywhere else other than
No,
Toys R Us.
neither have I. Neither have I.
DK and Bowser you could only find at Toys R Us.
And if you email Jack Specific, they'll tell you that they're at Kmart's, Target's, and Toys R Us, and that is false.
Well, they're not at Walmart.
Nothing's at Walmart.
Nothing. Don't go to Walmart for
Nothing
these toys.
but like Purdue chicken in like 30 packs. If you're into that though.
Yeah, then that's to go right ahead.
Yeah, I heard they have a good chicken line going, right? Chicken line.
I brought that up because they're not at Walmart, so don't even bother.
Yeah, he's not joking. They're not at Walmart. We looked. I looked at a different one. They're not in my area. They're not in your area.
Yeah, I checked the 3 around here. So
they have Nintendo toys, just not good ones.
No.
Okay, so speaking of figures, though, another good thing to roll into would be amiibos. And
so sad.
In the realm of the game, Super Smash the game, I don't like their inclusion. I don't like that it's more money to get more out of a game I'm already buying. Yada yada. We've gone over this 2 or 3 podcasts. That's fine. I don't need to cry about it again. But they are damn nice figures, and I never said they weren't, and I never said I'm absolutely not getting them. So I'm getting some just as figures because they're very affordable, and they look great, and they're pretty good size.
Affordable for not collecting all of them, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even collecting all of them is pretty affordable compared to some figures. If you wanted to collect, say, Figmas. You're going to get the AOT Figma
or SH
line?
Figuarts.
Absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, amiibos are relatively affordable compared to other things.
Yeah, SH Figuarts, if you wanted to complete all that, what I have, all the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, yeah, you're spending over a lot of money.
It's like 800 or something.
Yeah, they range from 40 to... And one of them I actually paid downright like 65. So that was import. But anyway, yeah, it's... I'm so glad they I guess in that aspect, yes, they are.
Yeah, that's why I said relatively compared to other things.
Because they could have... A rumor has it they were going to be like $15 each.
It's true. That is true. Yeah, so amiibos I grabbed from the first line that's coming out, the first wave.
Off of Amazon you're getting.
Off of Amazon.
Okay.
I'm getting mine off Amazon Prime. Just
to clarify, these showed up on Amazon, what, like a week ago? A week and a half ago?
Week and a half, I'll say.
Okay.
Let's play it safe.
Yeah, week
I
and
don't
a
know
half.
when this is going to go up, so let's say a week and a half. I grabbed Link, of course, Samus, because I was looking into a Figma Samus that night, and I was like, oh, cool, problem solved. And then Fox. I got Fox, because I've never seen Star Fox merchandise.
You know, it's kind of weird that they would do Samus and not Zero Suit as well, because the you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's a little weird.
Yeah, I would have liked that as well.
Yeah, so I grabbed Fox also, because never seen Star Fox merchandise. Like, that's really cool.
Captain Falcon, I'd get that.
I would have got Captain Falcon, absolutely. He was my number 1, if you remember when we were out that time. I was saying, Falcon's my number 1, I'm putting in my shopping cart. Not because I like him more than Link, but damn, come on, it's a Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Like, really? A Captain Falcon?
Freaking
I can have him in my
figurine.
house? Like, that is so cool. I hope he's, like, in his jumping, like, rearing back for a Falcon punch.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you mean like an amiibo?
Yeah, in his amiibo.
Yes.
I hope he's, like, propped on a stand, kind of like Link, how Link's, like, attacking. How he's, like, in the air. I hope Falcon's, like, in the midst of a punch.
We'll only know. That's how whenever it gets revealed on the official site.
Aren't they based on their art, though?
On the official site, yes. They're all off of that.
Falcon's not on there.
No, not yet.
So we don't know what his pose is.
Oh, wait a second.
I thought he was, because he's confirmed.
He is confirmed. What does he look like on there?
I don't know.
I forget.
Isn't he just stand doing his smirk?
Then that's pretty much what he'll look like
Well,
on the
good.
stand.
I hope he's doing his show me your moves thing, at least. With his little...
It's sad. I can't even remember, even though I've seen his picture so many times.
Yeah. Well, there's, like, how many characters there?
Yeah, that's... We'll get into that. Another thing. But anyway, for me, with Amiibos...
Yep.
I got very disappointed and showed me how much I really wanted this guy, Marth. They're already sold out of Marth, Wii Fit Trainer, and Villager on Amazon.
I wouldn't say sold out. I'd say he's currently unavailable, whatever that means.
I signed up to get notified via email, and they didn't. It didn't work really because I had to find out my own way that Wii Fit Trainer was available, and within that 15-minute span, because I was trying to figure out my email address if I did everything correctly to be notified, it was sold out, or currently unavailable again. So I don't know if that was just a glitch or whatever. Because to me, why would they only order like 10 more in stock, whatever? Not in stock, but in general, pre-ordered. So then I then got the email saying that, oh yeah, this one's available. Click now to pre-order it. I got excited, clicked on the email, and it was wrong. Like, the email the notification I got was like 3 hours after the fact. So their system doesn't work, or maybe it's just my luck. But regardless, the only thing I pre-ordered was Yoshi.
Maybe it did go back up for a minute and sent you the message, and then it was already back down.
Maybe. But I got Yoshi, because out of the whole cast, I think Yoshi would have probably been the next one to become currently unavailable, because they probably have less in stock of Yoshi than, say, Link, Samus, Mario. The popular ones, Pikachu, Peach, Bowser, they probably have more of those guys.
Who are
versus
they?
Yoshi. Amazon. So,
no, I meant who are those characters?
Oh. But when Marth comes back up, I want to get him. If not, I will go to GameStop and freaking pre-order him myself.
At this point, though, because we're 3 and some change months away from the placeholder date that they have on there, I wouldn't be surprised if the figures aren't even made yet. They're just taking orders. So it's... Weird stuff happens with that all the time.
They're not releasing this when the 3DS comes out.
No, they're not. It's the console
the Wii U,
release.
yep.
So we don't really know what it means when they go unavailable. Like, that could just be that they're making sure that they can take orders of this volume. Because they can't sell a bunch of pre-orders, and Nintendo says, hey, we're only making this money for this many for our first shipment. Mm-hmm. And they're like, shit, well, we promised them Prime on release day, like, say, just as a number, 1 million figures. And they're like, oh, well, we're only making 100,000, Marth. And then they're like, well, fuck.
Well, then, I don't know. I guess
that's probably why they called it off once they started getting a little iffy about it. And as...
Well, that stinks, because that means that I'm going to just go to GameStop right now and pre-order them, and then watch, like, the week before they're released.
Why wouldn't you, though? Like, either way. Why not GameStop?
Because...
Not that I like them more, but...
If... You know how they are with, like, pre-orders? I mean, just like the strategy guides.
Please explain. You gotta get it out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, with strategy guides, they're not always the best. If you pre-order a strategy guide, you would expect them to get as many strategy guides as people had pre-ordered, and then even then maybe 1 or 2 extras if they could. That's not how it works, as I just got told today. They may get 10 pre-orders and get 2 copies in of the strategy guides. I don't know if the games work the same way. But that happened to me with Mario Kart Wii U. Mario Kart U.
Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8. I don't know why I just said Wii U.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know why. But it doesn't make any sense, because I went in, I pre-ordered my strategy guide, and I went over to the guy, and I was like, so where's my guide? He's like, oh, we're sold out of them. We only got 1 in. I'm like, but I pre-ordered. And he's like, yeah, that doesn't matter. So, to me, why can't they do that for Amiibos then? If I pre-order a Marth Amiibo and I want it on that release date...
Because Amazon's not Nintendo, they don't get to decide how many are made. So if they hit the amount...
But they will send it to me on the date, I'm saying. GameStop isn't guaranteed to give it to me. Amazon will be.
I see what your point is now. Yeah, when Amazon says, here's the thing, we have it, and you pay, and then they give it to you on the day they promised.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be a pre-order or a standard order.
I don't mind waiting the 2-day free shipping. Sometimes it even comes earlier than that.
They do, like my Attack on Titan book, I got a day early.
I got it, yeah, same. Stuff that I pre-ordered, they tend to get it a day or two, or if not on that day.
So they need to be really, really careful with not doing that with like a game.
Like Smash Brothers.
Which they did.
For the 3DS.
I thought they did, at least. But yeah, why can GameStop you pre-order for a specified day, and they're not obligated to have it?
Yeah.
Even if they have some fine print that says that they're allowed to make that mistake, that doesn't mean they can just brush it off.
Yeah.
That's still piss poor like performance.
Exactly, because to me, if I pre-order
they act like it's your fault.
They make you feel like it's your fault.
Make you feel like you're being a baby about it. When, I'm sorry, but when you hand someone money for a service that's binding, It doesn't matter what the service is.
It's like a binding contract that you're engaged with the other person that this is what's supposed to happen.
It's if you read $1, it doesn't say it's legal tender for all whatever and whatever.
Yeah.
So if you're paying him legally, he should be legally obligated to do what you paid him for. They offered you the service. You didn't even ask him to try to do it. They offered you, hey, come buy the pre-order and we'll have it, and they didn't. And I feel really bad for you because that's never happened to me. So I don't know that feeling. Oh,
yeah,
no,
it's terrible.
The reason it hasn't is because I don't pre-order from GameStop because fuck them.
Well, I've been doing it for years, and this is one of the times that it bothers me. On top of, it also is bothering me that
you're the wrong person to mess with your Pokemon.
Exactly. There was something else I wanted to add, but something about obviously pre-orders and crap. But like the point is, when you're buying something, I would rather have it since I pre-ordered. I did my job. I pre-ordered, not wait until that day to pick it up and not pre-order. Just hopefully they'll have it. No, I did my job. I pre-ordered.
They do benefit from pre-orders, by the way.
I'm there to pick up the game.
You did them extra good.
Exactly. So whenever that day I feel like picking it up, not that I don't want it that right when they open up, but just saying if I wanted to relax, like that day with Mario Kart, I wanted to relax and pick up that game and the strategy guide and play it. It was like 10, 11 o'clock. I went there. Apparently I had to be right there when it opened up because someone bought that strategy guide.
But your strategy
guide. So I'm like, I don't want to have to do that. If it's something I pre-ordered, I just want to walk right in and be like, hey, I'm here to pick up my game. And
that raises the question, what's the point of a pre-order?
Exactly. So how am I helping them? It's like
you're helping them. How are they helping you?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not. It's one way street.
You're helping them by guaranteeing a purchase.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it, they get the money that you put down, and then they still get to go sell it for full price. So they can't lose.
It's a win-win for them.
No one ever buys it, which won't happen with a game like that.
And also depending on which GameStop, if one's smaller, you should always go with the one that's bigger that has more customers.
Yeah, because they'll just have a bigger pile of them.
And the more chances of midnight releases.
That's true. You mentioned that you had a Smash, like, rumor or something. As usual, I went and drank too much, so I'm probably going to hit the bathroom. So you said it might be something I didn't want to hear. I don't know. Now might be the time to start on it. You said there was a rumor
for people who don't know about Rob, I've been talking way too much about Smash Brothers and giving him information that he doesn't want to hear.
I will be right back.
So it's really weird because I really want to like talk about it and stuff. Basically, I think in Japan they're having like a demo. It's obviously not the whole build of the game, but just like how Best Buy has their demos here, they're now having their demos, and people are not supposed to take photos or videos, and a couple got leaked of videos. Not much you could really tell. I mean, the quality's not good, whatever. But then people are reporting back, and about alternate costumes, and apparently Alf is one of the alternate costumes for Almar, and apparently, and I'm probably gonna not get this right, Fierce Deity costume alt is for Link. Let's see, anything else? A lot of moves. Daisy is apparently a Peach alt, but not for the other alts. Like for Alf, it says Alf, and it has a completely separate name, so it's Alf. You're playing as Alf. It doesn't make any sense why you couldn't do that with Daisy. Why couldn't they add a Daisy alt, not just a Peach alt of a Daisy color? Why couldn't it be full-blown Daisy? Because they just did that with Alf. I do not understand that. Then if the Koopalings are indeed in it, they're going to be called by their names. Ludwig, probably not his full name, but probably just Ludwig or Larry or Lemmy or Morton, Iggy, Wendy, and Roy. There we go. So,
is it bad to put these here?
Yeah, just put it on the floor now.
I just don't want to knock them.
And then we'll go up and get it back. So, I just don't understand why they couldn't do that for Daisy. if they could do it for said character that I just said, and other character.
If it's
since
just a rumor, I don't mind.
Well, no, I think it's pretty much full blown.
I'll explain why. I don't know if you explain to them why I don't want to hear it.
Not yet, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else other than just movesets and lags and characters being nerfed. There was also a reveal of I don't know if it's the opening per se, but it's a trailer of some Japanese beef 248 or BK48
beef.
It's this team, and there's I think it's like a pop band or something in Japan.
AKB-47?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of girls.
Yes, yeah. They have Miis, and they battle them.
That's cool.
I wanted you to be out there before. I didn't want you to know.
I know about the Miis, though.
Yeah, but you didn't know they were in the game.
AKB-48's in the game?
They have Miis made out of them. Like, there's a full-blown trailer. I don't know if they're going to be preloaded into the game, or you could download them.
They're probably just, you can download them if you're a fan of it.
But that's just weird, because naturally they had, like, this cool... There's some photos on there that look amazing. Like, you see, like, the 12 cast of the characters, like Mario, Luigi, Bowser, and they're just, like, looking out on the horizon. Then on the other opposite end, you see on a mountain cliff type thing that it's just, like, all the girls.
Yeah.
And then they jump, like, and then you see this... The camera's, like, looking underneath them into, like, the clouds, up at the clouds, and then the characters are jumping over, and just... The sunlight just... it's so beautiful. And I'm like, I really want to see this, so hopefully they would reveal it when the game's released, like on YouTube or something, because I doubt they'll do it for America, because we don't know who they are. Well, unless,
unless you're me.
Yeah, so I wouldn't, a typical guy wouldn't know. So,
yeah, I have reasons to know that, but...
That's why I figured you might have known if I would have known the actual name. I don't...
AKB-48, I think it is.
Yeah, not 47, 48, yeah. Because I remember there being a 48.
Yeah, it's AKB-48. Yeah, it's a Japanese pop group. These girls. It like rotates depending on your popularity. Like the least popular ones go out, and then they put in new ones. Mm. And especially, it's like once you hit a certain age, I think you also get like kicked out.
Oh wow!
And they cycle them through, but it's like 48 girls, so it's this huge thing. And they sell like calendars and all kinds of stuff. And they have like an album a year or something. It's more of like more of a club that you can follow. I don't know how to explain it, because we don't have 48-person pop groups. And you, like, obviously pick your favorites and then creep on them and buy, like, all of their merchandise.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because each one has all their own merchandise. So you pretty much just find the youngest one and just creep on that one. Right?
That's what we all should do.
That's what we all do.
Yeah, don't lie. Now...
That's the only one I'm going to download.
I mean, so if you want to fight them, I'm sure they'll have these QR codes. You could just scan them.
I absolutely want to make the girls of AKB-48 punch each other on Super Smash Bros. 4.
You can...
for the Wii U and 3DS.
And, yeah, both, yeah.
You gotta say the whole name, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS.
Why couldn't they just call it...
Rolls right off.
They should just call it New Super Smash Bros.
They should call it SSB.
Seriously, because you know what I'm getting at. New Super Smash Bros. They should have just called it, like, the new...
How there's, like, new Super Mario Brothers? Is that what you mean?
No. Wow. New 3DS. That's what the new 3DS system is called. New 3DS.
Yeah, but then there was, like, the new Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, yeah, that.
Game that it's actually called New Super Mario Brothers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing they've been doing, rather than give it a number, which is very easy to follow.
Wait, what? What's Smash 4? I don't get it.
Yeah, wait, what? 4?
I don't get it.
You mean Quattro?
Yeah.
You mean like freaking some other language? I don't know what a 4 is. You gotta call it new.
Yeah, exactly.
Or for Wii U and 3DS, because that's what they are, right?
For 3DS and for Wii U, yes.
But what's 4? What do you mean 4?
They could have totally played it off. Instead of 4, put the letter, the number 4.
Just put a picture of Kirby. I don't know why.
Super Smash Brothers Kirby, 3DS,
Kirby edition.
Wii U. Oh, now since you're back, I'm just going to ramble since we're on Smash. I just wanted to say that I'll be very disappointed if Mewtwo isn't in it again, only because I have more reason as to think why. Here's my reasoning. The cast. You're starting off with I believe 38-ish characters, not counting the Mii's, all the Mii's. What the hell? Why is Shulk, Pac-Man, Sonic, I don't think Luigi. So those three, like, why are they playable from the start? Why is half of the other roster playable from the start? I don't see what the big deal is, especially with the stages. They have like 27 stages or whatever to start. And this is, I mean, then again, this is the demo, but I think the demo that's right now is the updated version as to this is what's going to start in the starting roster of the game and whatnot. I could be wrong, we could all be wrong, maybe, and hopefully I'm wrong. Because I do not want to start off with all those characters and stages. I love unlocking them. I love the feeling of unlocking these characters and stages. I feel like I've earned them. I feel like third-party characters or whatever, you would have to earn them. I would love to earn Shulk. I mean, yeah, I would love to play as him right away, but I would like to earn him. Sonic, I felt like I earned him. You know, like from Brawl, even though I hated that Mewtwo wasn't in it, you know, I still liked unlocking these characters. It's going to really upset me that out of 4 Pokemon reps that you have, Charizard, Pikachu, Greninja, and Lucario, you will only get to unlock 1 Pokemon, which is Jigglypuff.
Maybe.
Well, I doubt Mewtwo will be over Jigglypuff because Jigglypuff was in 64 and all the other games.
I'm just saying we don't even know that they will include that. They might be so shitty that they won't even have Jigglypuff.
And Sceptile, put Sceptile in it.
I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past them. And I don't think you would either.
At this point, no, because you add Dr. Mario. That's like the biggest slap in the face. Not to mention another, you know, you take out Ice Climbers. What the hell? You take off Wolf, Lucas, you know, and you're putting in... Rob's hinted at through the leak being in it. So he's not taken out.
When you say the leak, I don't even know.
Well, I think I sent you a picture.
You know that, but I get Rob confused with Wally all the time.
They are very similar.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just my thing. I hopefully you guys agree. If not, bash me, whatever. But I still stand by. I don't understand why. I have been a Mewtwo supporter. And I don't want to get bitched about it because I also support Ridley now. I actually didn't want Ridley to be playable at all. I liked him as a boss. I did think he was too big, but now I'm not biased anymore. I have listened to what you guys had to say, and I full-heartedly agree with you now. Like, I would love to have him playable. I don't think he will be. I personally would like him to. I think out of all the chances, King K. Rool's been out for a while. I don't think he's ever coming back. Or, no, he never was, but I mean, he's never coming in. I think it is down to Mewtwo or Ridley. Out of those two, I think it would be Mewtwo more, only because I think it would be easier to bring him back, because he's been in previous games, but maybe Ridley's in it. Who knows? I just wish that if this is our starting roster, that isn't fair to just unlock like one character from each franchise, basically. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather have... And also, apparently Lucina's locked, I think, unlockable, because she wasn't in the roster, the build. I don't think she was in that demo. So, perhaps she's going to be unlockable. Okay, so now you have Robin as playable, Ike and Marth. Doesn't make any sense, because when Brawl came out, you only had Ike, and then you had to unlock Marth. When Melee came out, you only had none, and you had to unlock both. So it's like, where's the fun? I feel like you should be able to unlock all of them. I think the fun's out.
It's like buying a Mario game. It's like buying Super Mario World, and it's all unlocked to the final castle.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's nice. I guess I can play all of it.
Yeah, but then...
there was no progression.
Exactly.
And every Super Smash has had that. Are you saying that was pointless?
Yeah. 64...
Not you. I'm saying, are they saying that was pointless? That they were wrong 3 times out of 4 to have unlockables? Like, a worthwhile number of unlockables.
Yeah, some people say that, no, they hate unlockables. They rather just have everything from the start. And I could not even agree. Well, yeah.
And then that makes Kingdom Hearts go right. Because she hates arcade-style shit.
I mean, 64 is fine because they didn't have that much to put in. They only added 4 unlockables. That's understandable. You had a small cast. You know what I mean?
64 was so good.
But when Melee
Still my
changed,
favorite.
Melee changed everything. They changed, just how it played and how everything, the looks, and they added clone characters, and that was fine because they wanted clone characters. That's whatever. And then they added unique players like Ice Climbers. That was a unique Game & Watch. Mewtwo was unique. You had your full-blown clones like Ganondorf was a clone, Falco was a clone, Toon Link was a clone.
Of who?
Young Link was a clone. Ganondorf is a clone of Captain Falcon in Melee. Full-blown clones. Just
okay.
When I say clones, I mean like their fighting styles exactly the same, other than just like, oh, he hits harder, or oh, he's slower. They're full-blown
Does
animation.
Ganondorf hit harder than Falcon?
Yes.
Because he's super slow.
And he's slow, a little bit slow, but he's still fast in Melee if you know how to play him, like I did. Now, in Brawl, I call Ganondorf now a semi-clone of Captain Falcon. Yes, they still have some of the moves, but Ganondorf's so nerfed to the point where he's slow, but he's really jacked with power, to the point where I don't even play as him anymore because he's really slow. But, and same with, like, Luigi, he's a semi-clone now. Lucas, to me, was a semi-clone. Wolf was a semi-clone. Falco was completely just a semi-clone. He was, like...
Was he a full clone?
In Melee, yes. In Brawl, he was changed. To me, he was changed a lot.
They differenced them. They distanced them more.
Yes.
For Brawl.
And that's why I think they returned more so than any of the clones from Melee, because Dr. Mario was a full-blown clone. Pichu, yes, Young Link was a clone of Link, other than just the one move, he throws a boomerang. Wow. Okay.
I think the bombs, I don't think they can both do bombs, can they?
Yes.
Alright. I've never owned
and
Melee.
I think they
I know there's the boomerang
do both. I
versus...
think they do the boomerang, though.
Boomerang versus the bow. Because I didn't think they both had both. I mean, I don't think Young Link even...
I'm trying to remember Melee.
Did Young Link even have a bow in Ocarina? I don't think so. You had to be adult Link to get the bow, I thought. And then in Majora's Mask he has the bow, though. And there's a Majora's Mask stage. So you could argue that it's Majora's Mask Young Link, and then he would have the fairy bow, I think.
But my thing is, he's still a clone.
They're the same guy. I can't argue that. They're less than a clone. They're the same guy.
Like Mario is Dr. Mario.
Yes.
Dr. Mario is Mario, there you go.
I'm not trying to disagree, I'm just...
I'm just saying, I wish I could... I didn't really play as Link in Melee, so I don't remember. I would like to say he still had the boomerang. That's why they're still the clone, definitely clone. But regardless, that's whatever. If they're doing clones in this game, I would have preferred to bring back Young Link, Pichu, Dr. Mario, which he's already coming back, and Roy. If they're doing clones, bring back all the freaking clones from Melee. Yeah. What's so wrong about that? Why did they just choose Dr. Mario? You know what I'm saying? Like
nothing's wrong with
if
that.
you don't want to bring back a original character like Mewtwo, get rid of Wolf, Lucas, which you are, Ice Climbers, which you are, just keep Mewtwo away, and bring back all the clones.
Don't keep Mewtwo away, though.
Anyway.
Sakurai, I know you're listening. Don't.
I don't think he cares. If Mewtwo isn't in this game, and if
that
half
being
the people...
said, oddly enough, Mewtwo's not actually Nintendo.
What, you're saying Game Freak wouldn't license Mewtwo
I'm not saying they wouldn't. I'm just saying when you say he wouldn't care, maybe he actually wouldn't care so much, you know?
Mm.
Wait, does that mean he used to work for HAL since he did...
I think so, then.
Since
that makes sense.
He did Kirby and whatnot.
And he did
Smash.
the first Smash, yeah, so he probably did work for HAL.
You would think he would have a better feel for Game Freak then. Maybe that's why he's open to third parties sometimes. Wasn't he originally really against that? I felt like he was. Like it was hard to get third parties past him.
That's kind of to me. I think that's like a touchy subject almost because in Melee they did want someone. No, I think you are right because I think someone wanted. I forget. You guys are gonna hate me. full blown like I am a fan of Smash Bros, but I don't know my details. But I'm pretty sure there was a third party character. I think even Sonic. They wanted Sonic or someone was pushing. Even Solid Snake, I think, was supposed to be in Melee, but Sakurai. I think Sakurai didn't want that because he was against third party characters. I think that's the rumor.
It's weird because sometimes he pushes real hard for one.
Yeah, he pushes for
Shulk.
Or no, that's what I meant. For Shulk, yeah.
Shulk, yes, he's like, yeah, I know he doesn't seem like it, but I worked really hard to get him in. And I'm like, why? Why? Why?
Yeah, why randomly do you want to...
Why Shulk? Like,
yeah.
I hate to go back to this all the time, but if you're going to do, like, Mewtwo every cast, I guess I get to say, you're going to push for Shulk and not Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia. Like, I'd argue he's a more known character, and Tales is a bigger series than Xeno overall. Xeno, I think, might be a little bit bigger at the moment, like per release, but lifetime-wise, Tales is huge. It's like the third RPG series in the world. Like, popularity-wise. That's true. Overtaking Xeno, by far.
And didn't you think, since you found out that they were kind of working, you know...
Once I found out that the Namco Bandai Namco, whatever, sue me for getting it wrong, because they switched it recently, their name.
Oh, good.
They swapped them. I used to have it down, and now they swapped. I'm like, fuck, which one was which? Now that they're working on Smash Brothers, and the guys from Bandai Namco were like, hey, can we put a Tails character? They confirmed that they pitched it. And Sakurai's like, I'll think about it. And they're like, guys, on his Twitter, he's like, guys, the most I can do is pitch it to Sakurai.
Yeah.
Like, I can't go higher than that.
Do you think DLC, eventually? Do you think it's a possibility? And, like, if they do, like, veterans and then, here's a new character in a pack.
Well, Bandai Namco does plenty of DLC on their own.
Okay.
So I don't think they would ever mind having their characters as DLC. For example, in Tales of... I better not get this wrong. Tales of Graces. Your characters you get a DLC pack where your characters are Code Geass characters.
Okay.
And that's really cool. And they have other ones where it's like whatever popular anime at the time. Mm-hmm. They usually do like a deal with whoever's developing the anime. Not developing, I'm talking about like a game producing, I guess. Mm-hmm. The anime. And they'll do a deal for that, or to some kind of pop star, or whatever. So, they don't mind. I think
Would you get it?
For Lloyd? Yeah. Yeah, because my dream for so long, like, you're talking about back all the way to Melee, like characters you wanted in Smash. Mm-hmm. I was still a little baby at the time, so I didn't really even know Melee was coming until I played it at a friend's house, and I was like, oh shit, this exists. But... since I've thought about characters being in Smash, yeah, Lloyd's been at the forefront for me. Because my boy Link's been in there since day one.
Yep.
So who do I go to next? I go to Final Fantasy. That makes no sense. They have their own fighting games within the series. And then I'm like, Tails does too. Tails has several games where it's Tails characters versus Tails characters. There's more than 15 games. So, in a line, not counting spin-offs. Mm-hmm. So there's plenty. But Lloyd... if the price was right, I would do it.
$1,000.
That's lower than I was thinking. So if you're gonna lowball like that, then I can't say no.
Okay. Yeah.
For like $5, I'd pay to see Lloyd.
I doubt it'd be $5, but yeah.
I'm saying for like $5. If it's 10 or 15, and I've already had it for a few months, I'm not really playing it so much anymore. Maybe not.
I think what I'm thinking. See, to you probably won't play it that much. I'm gonna be playing it for like the next Smash.
I don't even have I don't own a single Smash game.
I know, which is like it hurts my heart.
Yeah,
but,
so I really I could.
For what I think that they would do, I'm not I don't. My first DLC that I paid for is literally my first DLC that I paid for, and I'm not even getting anything from it until it releases. Is $11.99, I think it was, and it was for the Mario Kart 8. That's my first paid DLC.
And you don't even have it yet.
I don't even have it yet.
You've never done paid DLC?
Never. I always got it for free, and I only did DLC this past year with, who else did DLC that was free? I forget. There was something else. A game I think on the Wii.
It was Lost Worlds for
that's what
Zelda.
Yes, that's what I did. I did that,
That
and
was...
the Yoshi's and they had a Yoshi level.
That's
too.
right. When I take a look at your consoles here, you don't have anything else that patches or has online.
No,
just Wii U and 3DS. And
yeah,
I guess
so
DS have online technically.
Yeah, but that's literally
right.
all I've done
Since 2006. I've had PS3. Oh wait, Wii had kind of.
Yeah, but I wasn't.
I don't think it had really.
Brawl didn't
DLC
have any DLCs
per se. It had patches, I think.
Yes.
Maybe.
I don't even think
you could download games. There were downloadable games, but no, it wasn't like DLC proper. Since 2006, I've had a PS3 doing like DLC. And
but have you ever had DLC that you paid for like literally a year in advance? Because this is this is like 10 months in advance.
I have never paid for DLC in advance, unless you want to consider pre-ordering Hyrule Warriors at GameStop to get a costume DLC that comes with it.
On the day of release?
Yeah. So technically, I did choose to pay money somewhere to get a DLC in advance. But I'm not... It's kind of half of what you're saying. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't say for sure. No, I never pre-ordered a DLC.
Because the last pack isn't coming out until like...
And you already paid for
April or May of next year.
You paid for it?
Yeah.
For what?
I bought both because...
What are you talking about, though?
Mario Kart 8.
You bought the Zelda and the Villager?
There's like 2 packs, and with 3 characters each and 3 stages each.
Oh, what are they?
They're awesome. I thought you knew about it. I don't know offhand.
I saw a picture of Link and I closed it.
There's another one with
so
dried
angry.
basil.
Dried basil?
Bowser.
From Austin Powers?
Dry Bowser.
It's funny because I'm getting it better than you, and I'm
drinking. Yeah, I couldn't even get up and grab my alcohol yet.
Oh, do you want me to cover it for a minute?
Well, you don't even know what DLC I'm talking about.
I can just bullshit.
So, to me, I think that's what you could get if you bought both. You get 8 colors of Yoshi and Shy Guys, which was kind of cool.
That's almost as much as the Koopa Links,
which are actually full-blown characters in that game, so I love it. But what's to pour salt on a wound, because it opened up, another layer, and then you see like cards of the characters that you pre-ordered, so you can look at them, but you can't play as them. So it's just like, I guess, to remind you, hey, they're coming eventually.
When are they? Next year?
One's next year. I think the first one is the end of this year, like December. I think it's like December something.
So what all characters you get? You got 8 colors of Yoshi
and 8 colors of Shy Guy. For right now, and then I don't know
and this is all
2
paid.
packs. One's I think Tanuki Mario and a version of Peach, some different version.
Is
of
it
Peach.
Daisy?
Daisy's playable.
Yeah, I know. I just want to know. If it's Daisy DLC, I'm buying the game and paying right now. Daisy's my favorite character of Nintendo,
and that's why I thought you'd be here when I mentioned about having an alternate costume for Smash Brothers. How dare they have an alt for a character, and then they actually care that alt be the full-blown name? I'm not going to tell you, but they can't do it for Daisy. They can't actually have Daisy as an alt for Peach, but actually be called Daisy, so just like the other ones.
What you're telling me is some character has an alt that's the name of this other character.
Yes.
You alt over to a different person.
Yes. And who has another color swap, too. No.
Because I saw Dark Link.
No.
But Dark Link's there, yeah? When you're saying no, you're not saying no, Dark Link's not real. Because I saw him.
Dark Link's there. I don't know if they call him Dark Link, but that's not who I'm referencing.
Oh, okay. That's all I need to know. I'd rather.
But it's just so stupid because it aggravated me, and I know you would be aggravated because it's already aggravating people online. Like,
is it something that I particularly care about?
It's the fact that Daisy has been a Peach alternate color since Melee.
It was totally Daisy, though.
It is, and yet they go out of the way to make other character being called and even has their own name, but you couldn't do that for Daisy. That's the kicker. It's like you're just pissing on us, like all the fans, and you're just like looking at your dick and pissing on us.
Can you not swap to Daisy anymore?
No, you can, but you never were called Daisy.
But it's just weird Peach.
Yes, it's just awkward
Peach.
And they don't even have same structures. So it's literally just Peach with, brown hair and the yellow dress.
The yellow dress, okay.
It's not like she has, around her face or whatever.
I gotcha.
These are full-blown
So this other one, though, is getting a...
It's like he could have been a clone, which is how Lucina... It's like, think of Lucina, but as a Marth alt.
Is it the Robins, you mean?
No.
Is it a character I care about? Because if it's not, then you can just
I don't think you do.
It's
from Olimar. It's from Pikmin.
Oh, it's all for whatever.
Yes.
I already knew about him.
Oh, well, what the hell? I'm trying to keep it a secret. So yeah,
No,
he's been
that's
already
old.
confirmed to have his own palette swap. So he gets 4, Olimar gets 4, so there's a total of 8. But the fact that he gets his own freaking model and a name named after him. Not to mention villagers already have their own models. Character models. They have 8 character
Darkwing
models.
does, so I can't even rage. He has his own.
Well, there's also, I think it's true, I think from what I just read, I'm pretty sure it is, there is something from Link that is playable thing in there, and I don't know if they call him by that, but it's kind of cool.
It's not Tingle, is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm canceling my pre-order. Or am I gonna pre-order? It's that fine line between canceling and ordering 2. Where I'm not sure. Which way? It's not Chic.
What? No.
Because that's what I'm going to say. It's not Chic and it's not Zelda. No. Zelda is her own. Chic is her own.
Yep.
Adult Link is his own with a swap to Dark Link. There's Toon Link.
Remember, Link gets 8. So there's 8 different things.
Link gets 8.
Every character gets 8.
Well, he's probably going to have green, blue, red, purple.
That's what for? Okay.
Those would be all of his 4 swords colors, like the official different colors of Link.
Mm-hmm.
Then there would be Dark Link.
Okay. Because he was technically in Melee, he was a dark character, and I think in Brawl he was dark.
Well, Dark Link is a...
It's Dark Link. I know, I played against him and whatnot. And...
Okay, so you get that Dark Link is not Link.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's his own guy.
Yeah,
That's
just like how Dark Pit isn't Pit.
Right, okay. I'm not sure. I haven't played
Kid Icarus.
Okay.
But,
alright, so I didn't know if you're like Josh and me or not.
Well, no, the fact is, technically, they could be separate characters.
They should be the same guy. They should totally be the same.
They should be the
I haven't played, they're probably really different.
I'm probably getting bashed saying that Dark Pit's the same as
I should have
Dark
probably
Link,
said Dark Link should be his own guy.
I'm just bringing up that they're dark.
Pisses me off that Dark Pit gets a slot and Dark Link doesn't.
I think Sakurai's biased. I really think he's biased to his 2 games that he's worked on.
Now I'll believe you more now that you used that point. I'll believe you more. I was trying to say before how, like, from all I know, he only worked on Uprising.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Is Kid Icarus one of his series? I don't know. So maybe, maybe not. It seems like some bias. Because Kirby's always been near the top of the tier list.
That's one thing. What if they add Waddle Dee?
I would love that. I love Waddle Dee.
You would think since Kirby's his main thing, he would push for Waddle Dee.
Waddle Dee.
I wouldn't. That's 4 reps.
I love when you play like Kirby 64. Waddle Dee like tosses you a sandwich, and I'm always like, thanks, because I always need it at that point.
If it gets to the point with Waddle Dee, Mewtwo has to come back. That's my only.
They should. Wait, that wouldn't work at all. In in Kirby 64.
Mario 64, yeah.
Yeah, let me lay this down for you.
Yeah.
In Kirby 64, there's like in the mini games they're playable.
Mm.
As you remember, there's the Painter, Waddle Dee, King Dedede, and Kirby that you can play in the mini games.
Meta Knight, yeah.
No Meta Knight yet. He wasn't around yet, I don't think. And you could like I want them in Smash.
You want the Painter?
I want the Painter because the Painter could have a lot of moves. And Waddle Dee wouldn't really have any moves and can't do the sucking thing, so it wouldn't really make sense as a swap for Kirby.
I see what you're getting at. And the weird thing is, I just realized that one of the moves for this King Dedede in Brawl throws, projectiles, and one of his projectiles were Waddle Dees. Now, it's weird because since they removed that from this game and he just throws the spikes, where did Waddle Dee go?
I don't know.
So it could either be an assist or I doubt because
do they have standard trophies? Just collectible?
Yeah. Oh yeah, like Candy's in it. Well, you don't know Donkey Kong, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, what?
Crystal's in it. She's a trophy.
Don't even talk to me about Donkey Kong. Crystal? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Fox.
Yeah.
Fox.
Which I would like her as a playable character.
Yeah, I felt like she deserved it more than a Dark Pit or a Dark Link or a a different colored guy we already have. Like, why?
I'd be up for having 4 reps for Star Fox.
I'd be up for having 14 for Zelda. And allow me to
They
name
need
them.
it.
Allow me to name. They need it more than anyone.
They should just have their own separate game and call it Super.
They should call it Hyrule Warriors
Zelda.
and have a bunch
They
of
should, yes. There you go. Why should I? Yeah, it's
and have a
Hyrule
bunch
Warriors.
of characters from Zelda fighting.
Well, that's the one thing I want to mention. Why? I don't think the model or any for Ganondorf in this new game, they're not using what he looks like in Hyrule Warriors, which would have been badass.
What does he even look like? Because
You don't know. Oh, then I'm not going to say anything.
yeah, I don't know. You're. Thanks for spoiling.
Yeah, I gotta see it.
You can't even spoil the look. You can't.
No, I can't.
With words. I've seen his Ocarina and his Twilight Princess ones because I've played the games. Because in Hyrule Warriors, there's 4 ways he can look. He can look like... Shit, fuck, that doesn't make sense.
He just looks badass. I'm just
No,
going to put it that way, the one that I saw.
There's 3 because there's... Is it... Wait, you saw Ganon or Ganondorf?
Oh, it's Ganondorf.
Okay.
It's very easy if you look up a picture.
I'm
either
not going
way,
to, though, because it's so close
when
now.
we saw the and maybe he is a costume in alt, because they will put more effort into
Are you
making
saying
alts
that
as
you think the Smash 4 is going to be the Hyrule Warriors version?
no, it's already we already saw gameplay and it's not.
Could you tell which guy he was? Was it one you recognized? Because
It's Ganondorf.
I know it's Ganondorf, but which Ganondorf?
Hyrule Warriors version.
Is the one that you saw in Smash footage?
Yes, but I don't know if there's
Because
alternate.
I saw that Smash footage that
Yeah.
we're talking about. That the
That's
one
Twilight Princess version of Ganon.
he was way beefier, and that's what was weird to me. I'm looking at him and I'm like, I know he's Ganon.
Well,
But-
if you haven't seen the Hyrule Warrior one, I don't want to ruin it, but
Okay.
he looks awesome. I would have loved if he would have looked this way. In that,
Because the footage
that way in this.
of Smash
Yeah.
where they're like
For 3DS and Wii U, right?
Yes.
Super Smash Brothers.
Super
the full
Smash-
name. Full name. Okay.
yes, where they had what they think was Ganondorf walking around in it.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't one that I recognized. Is the issue?
That's weird.
He's beefier than Twilight Princess.
Hmm.
He's got like big old shoulders and he's like big, and I'm like, fuck that. I can tell who it is, but he doesn't have that like armor.
He looks the same in Brawl, so
Okay, I mean, like this Link isn't really a real Link, so
yeah, because there've been how many
it
links?
could
so.
be a. There's been a lot, and they
Yeah.
can't choose one, so
Yeah.
they're like, fuck it, we'll just whatever. He's Twilight Princess Link. No, he's Skyward Sword Link, but he's Twilight Princess inspired.
Okay.
Is how they put it. So it's not one at all. It's just
A collaboration.
the level is Skyloft.
Yeah, and I loved that, which is where Project M had. It's not as big, but I almost think that they ripped it off of Project M, because like the stage, it doesn't move around, but it looks so beautiful, and it looks almost exactly like it.
Skyloft is really cool.
I'm all for Skyloft,
But
but I never played the game.
why put him in Skyloft and not even have it be Skyward Link? Like, I don't get it at all.
But you also don't like, Sonic in the game anyway, so you don't have a say.
Wait, what? That has nothing.
I know.
Of the third-party characters, Sonic's the one I'm the most okay with now. Actually, Mega Man. Mega Man.
You're most okay with negative, and that's
I'm the
Sonic.
most. At first, I was like, "Fuck," because you told me about him. I already knew, but then you came and told me you're all happy. Then Mark came over one night. He was all happy, and I had to keep like raining on you guys' parade. Like Mega Man shouldn't be in it.
Yeah.
But allow me to expand on that. I'm a really extreme guy with my game views. I don't think Link should be in it. Like,
Wow.
yeah, I don't like my series mixing. And the one that I'm the most particular about is Zelda. I'm very, very picky, and I'm borderline autistic about it. And when I see Link and Charizard and, like, Snake and Kirby all fucking around on the same screen, I'm like, ugh! Ugh! My immersion is, like, destroyed. And then I'm like, I got used to it over the course of almost 20 years. I'm like, oh, okay, it's just for fun. The Nintendo carry, it's non-canon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for fun. And then they're like, by the way, Link can drive in Mario Kart 8. And I'm like...
I can just picture you with your laptop just be like, alright, I'm done.
No.
I'm done.
I was... When I know what happened when I saw it. You sent me the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking into... I don't want to say because that's going to locate us. But I was walking into a store with Mark at the time. On his birthday like a week ago maybe? I don't know when you sent that to me. But whenever you did, you can tell the exact time. I was walking in a door, my phone buzzes, and I take my phone out. We're going through, and I'm a little bit in front of him, and he sees me look at a picture, and he sees me hit the button to turn the screen off and put it away, and I just look straight ahead, and we keep walking. And I didn't respond to you for like an hour.
Yeah, I realized.
And I didn't talk to him. And the next time we talked about games, I said, Mark, we need to have a talk. And it's on his birthday, but I had to bring him down. And I asked him, like, can you guess who's in the next... Who's DLC? I said, Mark, there's DLC. And he goes, ooh, for what? And I'm like, Mario Kart. And I go, can you guess who it is? It's the worst case scenario. And he goes, no. And I was like, yes. And he knows. Like, he knows.
Wow. Yeah, because I knew right when I took that picture, I was like, hopefully he's laying down or something. He's not out and about. But I knew you were, and since you didn't respond, I'm like, oh yeah. It hit.
The subtitle, Link can drive, with a question mark, was like, no, he actually can't.
Nintendo, you failed again.
Nintendo, I get it that you...
Dude, the reason why, one of them, not the main reason, but I really wanted to have you over here and play as Link.
I'm not going to.
No, I will play.
I'm not going to come over. I'll leave.
I really hope they put Sonic in it. That'd be cool. I thought
that makes more sense. He was in Sonic R in his own series. He can drive.
Sonic R, he was racing. He was on the ground.
Dudes
I'd rather
have
him
cars.
I'd rather have Sonic run, not using a cart.
You
That's
know
my
what?
only thing.
You know what? I'm wrong. No, in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, he drives, doesn't he?
Sonic Adventure 2, yes, he does. Yes.
So yes, in Sonic, cars exist, and Sonic can drive.
But I had a problem with that too, because why is he driving when he couldn't run?
I heard so much shit about that when the game came out. Whole thing's about how fast he is, so he gets in a car to go slower, and then races.
Yes, he races.
It's like, shit, I need to get there really fast, better get in a car.
And then it's great, because certain missions, if you touch any car or any side, you lose the mission.
I spend hours on those.
Oh yeah, I do too. I love that
hours
race.
And hours. Yeah, but I'm just drunk enough to be having a good time.
So it's like having Mewtwo drive in a car. It's like Pokemon could drive or Pikachu in a car.
Pikachu, they'll do anything with, though.
I will picture them putting Pikachu in a car next. Pokemon in a car. Pokemon racing.
Pokin racing. They're like reaching into each other's cars and like punching each other.
We didn't talk about that yet.
No, not yet. But allow me to just please finish so I can stop thinking about this. I'm really upset because they've managed for so long. Aonuma has managed to not whore out Zelda. They're like, okay, fine, he can be in Smash because that's kind of in-house. We can control that. We're not like licensing him out.
Quickly, were you fine with him in 64? Because it was a doll. Basically, at that point, they were dolls.
My initial reaction is, ew, you put this in my Link, or you put my Link in this. And I'm like, that's not Zelda. What's he doing there? But upon, further reflection, it's non-canon. It's just for fun. It's for the fans, whatever. And he's not doing anything Link doesn't do.
I didn't think that'd bother you since it's just a doll. He was literally a doll.
And as a kid, I thought it was the sweetest thing ever.
Okay.
Getting older and more picky, I want to pick it apart. But even with all the Smash Brothers, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not bothering me that Link's there and he's doing what he does and he's fighting. And he throws his bombs and he uses his hook shot and he's being Link. That's fine. And it's not canon. That's the biggest thing, is it's non-canon. And I like that. That's why I'm okay with Hyrule Warriors. Like Midna with Ganondorf with Like, I mean, that's actually okay, but Minna pulls down the Majora's Mask moon as, like, an attack. That's bullshit, but it's non-canon, so it's fine. It's for fans. Then it's, like, Link driving. And not to mention, you can get, what was it, Hyundai or Subaru cars?
Let's hope he's, like,
What was it? You can get those cars in Mario Kart. You can drive real... Was it Hyundai cars or Subaru? Or was it Toyota cars? It was some Mitsubishi, was it?
Yes, I think it was the Mitsubishi.
You could drive some legit... So you can have Link driving around some Mitsubishi
You could drive like a Lamborghini and shit like that, I think.
You can have...
I have that stuff, I should
Link
know.
driving a real car around a Mario Kart game. That's like over so many lines. They've crossed so many lines.
What's going to stop them from having other different cars? Like actual full-blown, like Jeeps. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's going to mess up
It's
a lot
disgusting.
of
Like, the magic...
I didn't like that.
The magic is ruined. Like, the magic is ruined.
Well, hopefully Zelda will come, or Ganondorf could drive. Tingle. I mean...
I don't care if Tingle do whatever he wants.
Add Minna.
He's the only guy in the world that has a camera. And dudes are like, the fuck is that? And it's like, it's a pictograph box.
Oh, shit.
And they're
He's
like...
legit.
Well, he killed some guys in prison. And then he hides his camera in there. And then he escapes from prison. So, you have Wind Waker HD, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you find Tingle and break him out of prison?
Yes, I did.
Did you notice the room where he had all the dead guys?
Yeah.
The skeletons?
I thought there was a lot.
Yeah. Those were like his cellmates.
Oh.
Yeah, Tingle's fucked up in that game. He's really evil. In other ones, he's like just he kind of failed to ever grow up, and he's like a big man-child. But in that one, he's like a criminal. And he enslaves his brothers to work at his tower, Tingle Tower.
Which, yeah, I got their
he lets you have that picture.
I took their pictures, and yeah.
And
yes, I'm only missing like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Trophies.
I every once in a while, everyone does like a fake thing with Tingle's going to be in Smash, and every time I'm right on that edge about, is this the best thing ever or the worst thing ever? I can't tell.
I think I don't know if he's confirmed or not to be an assist. I don't know.
So, yeah, we can move on now, because I'm just going to get angry from this point. That, they're finally starting to whore out Zelda, and I never thought they would. I thought that they would hold that as... The reason it sells so much is because it's so traditional, and they never break away from that tradition, and that, like, where there is a line in the sand where Zelda stops at this, and does not get more commercial than this. But I'm just warning them. Like, once you alienate your, like, deepest fan base, once you weird them out, that's who your real money's coming from. I forget what series it was before, but we've discussed that before, where there's that deep fan base that keeps buying, even once things go to crap, and once you get those guys out, you're really screwed. Probably say that like happened with Mega Man.
Man.
That's what I want to say. Where they announce a new game, and then you find out it's a board game. That's real, by the way. They announced a game, and then later told us that it's a board game.
That's like what they did with Ty.
Or like a mobile game.
A new Ty game's coming out, guys. Oh, it's a mobile game.
It's a mobile app microtransaction thing.
You keep talking. I'm going to get a drink, because you're like way ahead.
I'm 4 down.
Well, I will not get that. I don't have 4 drinks. I'll bring back down a bag. Well, when you have bags, you can just use yours, right? Or are you going to use...
That's for the microphone.
These bags? Oh. Okay.
I could probably fit enough...
I mean, I don't mind bringing a bag. I was just curious. Oh, I have bags right here.
Dude. Well, we're talking about Smash. I don't know anything about Smash. I could just talk about Zelda, though.
I was pretty much done, because I was just going to complain more about Mewtwo.
Well, what I was thinking was, if I can knock this out pretty quick, whenever I start digesting this, I'm going to be buzzed enough you can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, but you need I want to see you play Xenoblade. I want you to be coherent, not...
I'm better at Xenoblade. I'm really good at Last Story. When I'm like super buzzed, if you guys don't believe me, go watch our Last Story videos. I don't remember a single recording session.
Oh, tell them about what just happened with the lightning and
Oh, I guess I can do that, or I can tell them all the facts about Pokken.
Yeah, do that a while.
I don't know anything about it, so I'm just gonna lie. Okay, well, Ryan's leaving to go get some booze because I've drank like 4 beers now. Luckily, I have some experience recording games alone, so I know how to just sit around and talk to myself. We went over that Sonic, and guys, I am serious, that prologue of Sonic thing is really good. I didn't think it was going to be that good when Ryan showed it to me. Zelda in anything that's not Zelda pisses me off. And... shit, let me take a look at the list. What do we have on the list? Oh, manga. Manga is a good one. Ryan, I know, has been... he can confirm this when he gets back, but Ryan has been keeping up with Attack on Titan, along with me. After the anime, he's been buying, like, starting at Volume 8, he's been buying all the volumes. We've been getting them off Amazon Prime and reading them the first day. So that's all good. We've also been keeping up with the Dead Man Wonderland releases. Dead Man Wonderland anime kind of was a letdown and stopped at a cliffhanger, yada yada. But now that the manga is finished and being re-released by... is it Viz? I think it might be Viz Media. I know it's not Tokyo Pop anymore. It used to be Tokyo Pop. So we're getting those as they come out. The Sword Art Online light novels I've been picking up. Ryan may or may not be borrowing them to read. I'll have to ask him when he gets back. But I found a website called thriftbooks.com last night. And I recently kind of came into some money or made some money. I don't know how you want to put it, but I made some money. And I have some disposable income. So, let me take a sip of this beer here. Delicious, delicious beer. And I went ahead last night and I bought 25 volumes of manga. And I kind of wanted screw Mark. I want Ryan to be here so we can hear the list of manga that I bought. And he is back. I was just talking about hoping you'd get here in time.
Oh.
I've been stalling. I moved on to the... I did find one last bullet point on here that was kind of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the orange thing?
Yeah, I forgot I had this. It's like tequila and it's a tequila sunrise.
That could either be horrible or great.
And I've had it in... I don't know. We're going to find out if this... I don't know if it could expire. I don't...
Is it like...
It's orange juice
you,
with...
You don't drink the whole thing, do you? If it's tequila, that's like liquor. You're not going to drink that much, right?
I'm going to start drinking it
blended?
first. It's blended. It's mixed with, other stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's just like one
it's
drink.
Just,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's kind of diluted anyway.
Good. Just guzzle it. Let me know. Let me know if you're still alive. I was just saying, manga purchases recently. We talked about anime, and I forgot to...
Okay. It's strong. Go on.
Manga purchases. We've both been keeping up with Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Dead Man Wonderland. I picked up volumes 1, 2, and 3. I actually got the third one.
See, I'm trying to wait until the $8.99 drops for the third one, and it's not going to happen.
But here's the deal. I got it for $8.99.
That's what I'm going to get it for.
I got it at Barnes & Noble. Because you get the discount.
They have it at Barnes & Noble?
Yeah, they do. I was there with Mark, and we were buying Gundam figurines. Models. You gotta say models. And his sister has a membership card. You gotta pay for membership. But you get a discount. So he just uses his sister's phone number. And I went out to the checkout. I was like, Mark, what's your sister's phone number? And he just tells the lady. She types it in and goes, okay, whatever. And then whatever his last name is. And he's like, yes. And she goes, okay, fine. And then she scans them. And it was like $9.99. You get 10% off. Got it for $8.99.
I want to use his number.
Well, I asked him for the number, so I'm just going to give the number to people. So you can go to Barnes & Noble, get it. But it's driving there. Will that really be worth the $1 off?
Barnes & Noble is right up the road from me.
Oh, for me, it's like an hour.
I wish you would have told me, because we could have figured out there today.
I don't have the number yet. He hasn't answered me.
Oh.
I had said I asked him. I didn't say he gave it to me.
Is it a girl's... I assume it's his sister.
It's his older sister, yeah.
Then aren't they going to ask for identification if it's
no,
we're just going to...
because it was me and him, 2 guys.
Okay, so I could just go and
We'll just give them the number, and I'll say,
the book,
I'll say that's my sister, and they say a different last name. I'll go, she got married. Ooh. Boom.
Yeah,
prove me wrong.
Solved, yeah.
Or is it because I'm white?
And
like,
is it really?
Come on,
it's helping her anyway.
It's helping her. She gets like reward points,
and we're giving you money for 10% off. Yeah, we get the 10% off, but still,
it's kind of like when you brought me to the mall today, and you used your GameStop card, and I pay for Xenoblade, which I was going to talk about, but I didn't yet, because I realized once you left, unless you're bringing up topics, I'm too drunk to think of one. I was like, shit, what do I talk about? So I talked about manga, because I looked at my list here.
Well, regardless, if he gets back to you, please give me that number.
We can go tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, it's like I said, you know where like all that shopping center stuff is, and Best Buy and shit, and it's like right up my road. Like if you go past, right up the road, I'm not going to say where, but it's like all the shit is to the left. It's right off the highway. And
were we there recently?
We drove past him. Remember that guy like cut me off?
Yeah.
It's right there.
So it's like 2 minutes away.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's so freaking
if he gets
close.
back to me, I'll let you know.
Okay.
So manga.
Yes.
AOT, we've both been keeping up on.
Hype as fuck.
Hype as fuck.
Yes.
Dead Man Wonderland,
I'm liking.
Technically not up, because I think 4 just came out. So I'm
still behind. I'm only on 2.
Yeah, I can't even say I'm up to date, though. So I'm probably going to pick that up for my birthday or Christmas. Mm-hmm. Giving them time for the next one so I can get 2 at once, which will be fun for me. Then I was going to say, I've had like this huge thing last night. I found this website for used manga. And originally I was looking for just one book. A few days ago on eBay, I found Yotsuba Volume 1 for $4.50, including shipping on eBay. And I was like, whoa, cool. I wanted to read Yotsuba. It looks really cute and it looks funny. So I bought it. And I'm there. I got home from school Friday. And I'm like, all right, fine. Time to read some Yotsuba. And I knocked the whole thing out. I'm like, Jen, come here. And then I reread it again with her, my sister. And we're like, whoa. Okay, so I go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, help me find Volume 2. So we Google around a little bit, because the volumes start getting expensive on Amazon. And she's like, hey, I found one for $3.50, free shipping. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And she's like, no, I'm not. Everything on this site is $3.50 free shipping. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? So I get on there, I'm like, whoa. And then it starts doing like, you may like, or customers who bought this also bought. And I go, Trigun? Alright. Inuyasha? I need to fill in a few. Fooly Cooly?
Yo, how many volumes are there?
2. I got 2 copies of each. Because I'm giving some to my sister for her birthday.
I would love it later.
And then, if you order 2 from the same... It's thriftbooks.com. And if you order from... Say you pick a thing. So, Fooly Cooly Volume 2.
Can you order through PayPal? Or no?
Yes, you can pay with PayPal.
Good.
If you... Say you're looking at Fooly Cooly Volume 2. And then what you do is you click choose a location. And it shows you all the places that have it in the U.S. that are in their system. They're like... And it's priced for the condition. So Very Good's $3.59, Good's $3.49, Acceptable's like $2.99. But what starts happening is their deal is when you say you pick a good one for, it doesn't matter the condition, from Maryland. Any more you order from Maryland are 50 cents off.
Wow.
So after your first one at $3.50, you start getting everyone for under $3.
That's amazing.
So I grabbed 25 volumes of manga last night. Some of which are for my sister. Then we went on Amazon, grabbed Dead Man Wonderland 1, 2, and 3 for her. And we primed them. Because my sister's really jealous of my manga collection right now. She's collecting all of AOT on her own.
Wow. Does she start from 1?
Like, I don't know.
I have the most
she's gonna start from 1. Yeah, she starts from...
Okay.
With manga, she's pretty serious about her collecting. She has all of Full Metal Alchemist. She's nearly all of Inuyasha, which is like 50 volumes. She's doing Bleach right now.
Wait, she's jealous of you. Inuyasha, or Full Metal Alchemist, is that what you said?
Full Metal Alchemist.
50?
Like 20-something.
But she has all of them?
There's one... she's buying them in these 3-book sets where it comes in a big book, and it's 3 volumes in one. And there's one that releases in November, which is the final one. So when that comes out for her birthday, she's getting it.
Isn't that automatically a little bit more than what you have right now, or no? I
And
thought yours only...
Not anymore. Not after last night. Not after last night.
But as of now, she does.
But she has a bunch of like odd ones that are just like one of this, one of this, one of this, one of this. And she goes, "You have so many." She's in my room and she's like, "You have so many cool ones. Like you have all of Zelda, you have all of Attack on Titan, you have all these cool ones." Luckily, my family, like I don't know how yours was growing up. Mine's very lax about like subject material. Like I was listening to like literally any music I wanted, like Kid Rock or Eminem or something when I was like 7.
Yeah.
Like, and I could watch whatever like movies I want as long as it didn't affect me, obviously.
Yeah.
And so my sister is like just 13, I think. 13 and a half. And she's been buying all of Attack on Titan, Darker Than Black, Blue Exorcist. Like, Blue Exorcist isn't that bad. Full Metal has some rough stuff. She's buying like Black Lagoon. All the stuff that's 17 plus on the back, it says. And I don't know, I always thought that was cool because my sister's like, I need Dead Man Wonderland.
I love it.
And it's cool because my mom watched the whole series and reads the manga.
That always gets me.
What, that my mom's like...
No, that I love Dead Man Wonderland. I like how your mom is, like into that.
My mom...
It's...
Oh my gosh, my mom is like...
She's like, you need to watch,
For the last few...
Code Geass.
For the last few months, she's watched more anime than me and read more manga than me. For like the last 2 months.
And since now that you're in school, man, she's going to be watching
She's going to blow ahead because if I'm late... Like, she's already watched the new Sword Art.
Oh, yeah, you told me.
Yeah, she's on it. She bought a membership to Crunchyroll.
Oh,
and she's just on there, like, in the morning.
She gets to watch it right as...
Yeah, she gets to go watch it, and she's like, yo, I'm watching this. She's read all of AOT. She's reading the novels of Sword Art, Excel World, and she just kind of leeches off what I have. She's watched all of Death Note, like, twice.
See, when I get Attack on Titan, all the mangas
Are you gonna
after
fill
Christmas,
in? You're filling
I'm
in,
asking
right?
for all of the middle ones. I have 1, and then I have like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 right now.
Yeah.
So I'm asking for the middle ones for Christmas. So once I get them for Christmas, I'm going to start from 1, bam, right through them all.
Yeah, I've done that several times. It's so good. Like the reread value is so high. They're really fun. Like if you pick up any of those, I bet you they're still fun to read.
Oh yeah, and I just cannot wait for more. Like, and that's how it seems to me that with Dead Man Wonderland, it takes me a little bit longer to read them. They seem longer
Volume 13 of AOT was the longest one ever.
Yes,
it was all plot, all talking. Yeah. It felt so long. I felt like 2.
Yeah.
So I was appreciative for that. Mm-hmm. But I think we've pretty much exhausted just about everything. I mean, Pokken.
Oh yeah,
look it up. It exists. I mean,
to me, I love the graphics are great. I'm sure it'll be a little bit better.
Looks okay. It looks okay.
Systems, but
looks fine rather.
I wouldn't mind. That's one of my questions I want to ask you. Do you think? Obviously, it's not just fighting Pokemon because Lucario's not.
Isn't he? He's like fighting.
He's dark and fighting. So
yeah, it's not all fighting type. You mean?
I'm sorry. No, he's not. He's dark and steel. He's not.
That's
fighting.
right. I looked him up because
he's dark and steel.
I was wondering once I saw the Machamp.
Yeah, Machamp is just fighting.
I saw Machamp and then I was like, "Is he fighting type 2, Lucario?" And I looked it up. I'm like, "No, he's absolutely not."
So that's cool. I like how they're doing that.
I think it'll be whoever's popular.
That means that Mewtwo
could be
better be in it.
Could be.
And that's unique because they could add psychic characters like Alakazam.
Because we all know Mewtwo's fighting type, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, to me, that would be great because he doesn't have to necessarily. He could, pick him up with nothing, and
There's psychic-ish characters in fighting games, so yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that works. Who do you think? Who would you like to see in that game? I want to ask.
Okay. Well, Machamp was a no-brainer. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan.
Okay.
And most of what I'm going to say are going to be like fighting.
Well, because
it makes sense.
They're humanoid. Yeah.
They're humanoid is the big benefit there. Mm-hmm. Of course, I'd like to see it doesn't make sense, but like a Charizard, just because I love him.
Yeah, but I doubt it. But yeah,
they'll work Pikachu in somehow, which is also stupid.
I don't want that.
You've got to be careful with the size.
Because then, if they do that, why can't Jigglypuff play in? Why can't Cyndaquil play?
I'd say like a Darkrai would be kind of cool, maybe.
Yeah.
That
That's funny. I said dark right before.
Oh, okay. Well, we're actually pretty similar.
Not here, but
I know, I know.
In general,
but our brains are pretty similar with some things. Let me. You got to give me a second. You kind of sprung this on me.
Well, while you're thinking, I would love Scyther.
Scyther. Scyther.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much Pincer. He's too short.
Yeah, no.
Maybe a.
I would like to see.
This is tough.
I would like to see like a baby Pokemon just for kicks.
Gengar,
yes. Here's my other one.
He'd be really unique.
Shit.
I'm having trouble with newer ones because I missed like 3rd and 4th gen.
Oh shit.
So I don't really. know.
How would you think of? Would you want a Tyranitar type of guy, like a
dinosaur sort of thing? Yeah,
okay.
At least one.
Yeah. How about a Slakoth? Slaking.
Sure.
He's like King Kong.
Sure. I can't say no, really. Maybe Blaziken.
Yes, I'm. That's pretty much like 100% confirmed. Blaziken.
Right, he was in that picture a long time ago.
Okay, think of starters. Do you think?
I'm thinking like a Typhlosion, maybe. He could have things like there's four legged characters.
Are you talking about Typhlosion? Okay, do you know who Typhlosion is? The
Cyndaquil.
fire? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't know if you meant like for alligator, because Typhlosion.
No,
I remember I used to get kind of.
No, I played 2nd gen like religiously.
I would like for alligator, and Typhlosion.
Maybe Chestnut.
Yes,
because they need some tanky characters.
The final evolutions, obviously. I don't think
Chestnut.
I don't think they should have any pre-evolutions unless it's for fun. You know what I mean?
Unless it's for fun or for their speed.
Yeah.
Because some of them are faster and lighter.
Jinx would be funny.
If you gave me like
Ditto, I could picture Ditto.
Ditto would be cool.
Yeah.
He could be like a dumbed down version of a bunch of different guys, and he should be able to switch to like every character in the roster,
like a Shang Tsung.
Yeah, absolutely. I like Sub-Zero, just as an unlockable.
Wait, Sub-Zero?
I was just waiting for you to catch that.
No, I would be down because you know what they would do? Put Link in it.
Oh God! In his car,
Soul Calibur. You know,
he was cool in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, but why can't he be cool in this game then?
He would be cool.
Yeah, I'm not going to say he would be cool.
Okay.
Any other? I'm trying to think of.
If you gave me longer, I could come up with some. But right now,
there's so many Pokemon.
With my brain right now, it's like I can't even.
One more question: how many characters do you think they'd have?
How many do I think they will have, or how many should they have?
Both.
Okay. I think they will have 14.
Like max 14.
That's about a fighting game roster, if you think about it. If they're gonna go like Tekken, probably 14.
Had way freaking more.
Yeah, but this is based off Tekken, and I played Tekken, and Tekken only has like 9. So.
Eek, that's terrible.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say 14 because they're gonna push for more. That's just from what I know.
I was thinking 25.
If I'm gonna average, I'm just trying to be realistic to Tekken. I would love more. How many I think should be 30 plus.
Oh yeah, 50 would be awesome.
50.
35, but
how many are in Rumble
14, 15 DLC. What?
How many are in Rumble U?
Oh my gosh, Rumble U? Are you kidding? You can have multiples of anyone.
Okay,
I have over 200.
Okay, so
300.
I'll say 300.
All of that, all the Pokemon are in it.
All right.
Almost. Yeah, no, all of them. Well, I don't know.
Hey guys, you might have noticed a little break there. I just exported the audio. It was getting to be quite a large file and went to the bathroom again. Boo-hoo.
How did that 4-hour or 3-hour thing work when you exported?
Oh, it's fine. It's just, I figured if I was going to go to the bathroom, I might as well export it.
Mm-hmm.
In case we talk for another 2 hours. Something might happen.
Yeah.
So, it usually does. So, I had a question for you. We finished our manga talk, right?
Yeah.
I mentioned that I was picking up a lot of Yotsuba, Trigun, yada yada, Spice and Wolf, whatever. I'm getting a lot of manga, big deal. But I had a few questions. I'd like to do a few brain teasers, and maybe these would be better. I usually do them at the end when you and Mark are there to get everyone's opinions. These might be better in the beginning when we're not sure what to talk about.
Okay.
I've got, here's a question for you. You can pick, I won't be hard on you. You can pick 1 or 2.
2.
Who do you think is the this is the pivotal word. Who is the best hero in video games?
Whoa.
I don't know how to say it. Best hero or most heroic? Meaning, they do things for the right reason.
Yeah.
For example, if you were to answer Mario, like right off the bat, just say Mario, I go, no, he's just popular.
But he does do it for the right reasons.
Kind of. He wants to save, like, his girlfriend. Kind of.
And Mushroom Kingdom.
Sometimes he just wants a thing from, like, Peach. He just wants to get closer to Peach. Like,
which he never will.
So, maybe Mushroom Kingdom, does he ever really say that he's doing it?
Mario. If you notice, I didn't say Mario.
Absolutely not. No, I'm giving you time to think, so I'm just BSing. Because if I stop talking, it's just going to be quiet till you answer.
Yeah, true.
You didn't really have to prove me wrong on that.
I mean, I wanted to kind of argue, to keep it going, because, I wouldn't say he's the most heroic.
I wasn't suggesting him at all.
He is, to an extent, but there are definitely more heroic franchises out there.
It doesn't have to be a franchise, it can just be a guy. It doesn't even have to be the main character.
Are we talking about Nintendo?
We're talking about anything, because my choices are one. I picked two. Mine
are you freaking kidding me? Like in this fantasy type of thing, or even real life?
Just video games.
Okay, just video games. Okay,
but not necessarily Nintendo, but any video game. Because I've got mine.
Well,
of course.
Yeah.
I thought of it, and then I came up with the question for you, and I kind of wanted to do it with Mark around, but that's really hard to schedule, so... Like...
Keep on saying stuff. I'm still thinking. This is hard, because there's just so many different... I'd like to say, to be honest, and it's weird, because I don't really play a lot of games, but I do know some stuff that goes on. In general... I would like to say Link. In general, I know there are different Links, but yes. I think it's the same heroic... He's trying to, save either everyone or, everyone. I don't think he's just trying to help himself, I don't know all the games, though, so I don't know. But the games that I know, he seems more heroic than, let's see. He wouldn't be... Zelda isn't... She's not as heroic, I don't think, as Link would be. I'm just saying, this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can spin off that for a second, give you some time.
Yeah.
Is that Zelda... I would agree that she's not as heroic. She does things that are really great, obviously. Mm-hmm. But once she runs into Link in every game, she kind of lets him take over. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, here's someone who's really qualified. I should pass the baton to him. There's a big problem, but Link, you could probably handle it. So, get on it. And Link was one of my two.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying that as a huge Zelda fan. Mm-hmm. I really, really thought about this.
No, that's why I said I don't know a lot of his games, but I think
Link
what I do
usually
know
starts
or read about
as he's just such a good person. Like
yes.
He starts the games usually very lazy, and he starts every game asleep. Almost every
games
game.
I played, yes.
Almost every game he's like asleep. And someone's like, hey, you have to do whatever. And sometimes he doesn't even fully want to, but he understands he's the only one who can, and he has a duty to do it. Whether or not it costs him his life, and in some cases it does. So, he just does it. No matter what he's up against, even as a child. He does it. Mario's like a grown man.
Okay.
Other dudes are grown men. Link, as a 9-year-old, goes to the bottom of the well. He goes to the Shadow Temple as an adult, but he never grew up, so he still has the brain of a 9-year-old. His body got older. So, with a 9-year-old's personality, he goes to the Shadow Temple. As a 9-year-old, he goes to the bottom of the well. He goes to the Forest Temple. He fights Gyorg, and he does all of Majora's Mask as a kid. Not because in the beginning, he wants to not be a Deku anymore. Mm-hmm. But he sticks around when he could find a way back to Hyrule. he sticks around because the people of Termina are in trouble. He doesn't even know them. He just sticks around. And at the end, he doesn't complain when... Big spoiler, I guess. Big spoiler, especially for anyone who's watching our Majora's Mask playthrough that's going on right now with me and Mark. But big spoiler, at the end, they tell him he's not needed anymore, he should leave. And he doesn't complain. He goes, "You're right, I don't belong here." And he bails.
And then look at what happens with...
he ends up as a
Wind
skeleton.
Waker.
Huh? Oh, Wind Waker?
Yeah. Because since they told him to leave... You know what I'm getting at? And then shit goes awry.
That's not what happens in the timeline. That's when Zelda sends him back to being a child that gets rid of Link. In Ocarina. Majora's and then Twilight Princess actually follows Majora's.
Oh, okay.
So, Link pieces off into the woods. He doesn't have a fairy, so it's implied that he turns into a Skull Kid or a Stalfos, a skeleton. And in Twilight Princess, you meet Ocarina Link as a skeleton. And he teaches you sword moves.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's actually upset that his plan was to train, like, knights to protect Hyrule. Because he's like, there's bad stuff out there. I've experienced some bad things. We need to be ready. And if Ganon comes back, we need to be ready. But he dies in the forest. So his, like, spirit's upset that he never got to pass on his knowledge. So he teaches the new Link.
As a spirit.
He's a
skull.
He's a skeleton.
Skeleton, yeah.
And he's the old hero. Yeah, so he actually... that follows that. But Wind Waker follows where Link gets sent home to being sent back to being a child, thus sending Link away.
Isn't that a stupid thing?
And then, yeah, it's a bad move on Zelda's part. Because Link doesn't want to. And she forces him. Because she can.
She's so stupid.
And then Ganon comes back, and Link's not there.
And they're
like,
sad.
And they're like, "Don't worry, Link will come back. The hero will save us." And they're like, "Shit, we gotta flood everything."
Yeah, because I wish they could have shown like just a scene of that, and then Zelda being like, "I just sent him back. He's not coming back."
Well, this is hundreds of years later, also.
Yeah.
So that Zelda's not even around anymore, so she doesn't have to pay for it. I'm still just kind of bullshitting while you...
No, I already know.
Oh, you picked yours?
Yeah. Any Pokemon trainer from any of the Pokemon games.
That's actually a good one. I never thought of that. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Because think about it. At the age of 10, you're experiencing national disasters, villains who are trying to basically hurt you, harm the world, take over the world, whatever. Some even want to wipe out the human race. And you're trying to stop all this as a young kid, trying to train Pokemon, you know, doing all this to battle through to save humanity and the Pokemon. I mean, that is a lot to put... And if you're up for it, try to complete the Pokedex to help the professor.
Well, you've got your... It's almost an impossible task to even do your Pokemon-related things that you set out to do. And then adding on top of that things that the adults and police cannot handle.
Exactly.
Is a lot for a 10-year-old. I never felt that... I felt so much like that I was the character, though. That aside from, like, Red kind of became his own guy. Like, Red is a character, and Ash, obviously, because you... Aside from Yellow, you don't really play as Ash. I felt more like that was me, kind of choosing to do that stuff. I never felt so much that they created a character that was heroic. It was... This is just the storyline that I have to click through.
Some might argue that, but
absolutely.
Then what's the point of, you know...
I didn't say you're wrong.
Yeah. So.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying some people might not agree. I'm not saying I don't. I think that's actually a really good point. I didn't think of that, and I'm upset that I didn't, because I probably would have chosen that. I'm going to go with, as far as a character that is presented to me, that I watch how he handles things, like Link. Because...
Well, that's another thing. You do watch what your character... You can't choose.
I guess, yeah. It's a weird way for me. It's just that I guess... No, you name Link too, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I named... In Wind Waker, I named him Ryan. And then I realized how dumb that was.
I'm so pissed at myself that my complete 100% Majora's file is named Rob.
I hate how mine's named Ryan. And it's... You know, I'm just like... I hate it every single time. I'm like, why did I name it Ryan? I was thinking of it as a Pokemon game.
Yeah. I've done the same thing. My other one, though, is, you might not know him, Ramza from Final Fantasy Tactics. He's my number 1. Link was my backup, that's why I gave you 2. Ramza is, he's like a member of a noble family, and he's kind of, by being born into that family, he has things made for him. He gets to be one of, like, the princesses. I believe it was the princess's personal knights.
I thought you were going to say he became one of the princesses.
No, he gets to be one of the princess's, like, protectors. And you pretty much have job security, yada yada, your family's, and you're friends with the royal family. It's all good, right? Mm-hmm. And some shit starts going on, and he gives up on his job and whatever to go and fight against it. Essentially, the church in that world is really, really, really corrupt. And they're doing, like, demon summoning and stuff to stay in power. Mm-hmm. And human sacrificing, and he kind of, through time, figures this out. But he also notices that, like, the royal family's corrupt, and he fights against it. Knowing full well that every time he goes and there's a battle, after the battle, they just post, like, bulletins, flyers, they go around saying, there's this group of, like, marauders and bandits coming through attacking us. While he's doing everything in his power to do the right thing. He has to kill, like, friends and family.
Oh my
because
gosh.
There's good people on the bad guy's side that are fooled. Mm-hmm. And he tries to explain it. There's cutscenes where you try to explain to them, hey, you're being tricked. And he's like, absolutely not. They wouldn't do this. I'm sorry, but we have to fight. And you've killed a lot of my troops. And he's like, alright, fine. And they do it. He does what's right no matter how bad it hurts. And at the end of the game, spoilers, at the end of the game, he's put in a situation where basically he will die, and he can save everyone, but since he's dead, they're going to write him in the history books as, like, a huge heretic.
Oh.
And the whole story of Final Fantasy Tactics is a book that's being written by a guy that found out the truth years later. So the book is telling the true story of Ramza years after everyone thought he was a total shitlord.
Wow.
And at the end, he basically dies. It's implied he might not have, but it pretty much shows you him dying. And then the history books are written, his best friend becomes king. And he's the only one that knows Ramza wasn't a shit. But the world's so much more together thinking he was a bad person. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, we beat him, we're all together, everything's good. And he leaves it that way. And in all the history books, it says how Ramza was a heretic and he fought against the church and tried to ruin everything. And he saved everyone's life. And he knew that would happen, but he still did it. Mm. And that was, it like, mind-blowing to me how good of a person he was and how interesting of a Final Fantasy character he is. And everyone knows Cloud and Squall and Zidane and, like, the edgy cool guys. And Ramza was, like, all serious, doing all the right things, and no one even knows who he is. My absolute favorite, like, game hero. Because he did it knowing he would get nothing. Knowing he would be hated for doing the right thing.
Discriminated. One thing I wanted to mention is...
I like that.
Yes, that's really good. And I like the Cran one too. A notable mention, I'm just kidding because this is... I originally was thinking maybe, then I was like, oh, hell no. I was going to say, like, Ness... And then I was like, oh, hell no, because then he cries. He's a little crybaby. If you don't talk to your mommy over the phone, he, like, cries. And I was like, no, that's not a hero at all. Mm-hmm. So, I'm like, no, forget it. So if people are wondering, Ness is a hero, no, he's not.
I don't think anyone was thinking that.
Just in case there are some Ness lovers out there. I like the game so far, don't get me wrong, but Earthbound, that I'm playing now, but he's not a hero to mine.
Oh, did I mention I got it through the Club Nintendo thing? I decided to take them up on their shitty offer for a game. And
Did you start it yet?
Yeah, I started it.
How far in are you?
Just like 30 minutes, like nothing.
Oh, I played like a lot.
Yeah, I know you played a lot. I'm just throwing it out there that I have it so we could discuss it in the future.
Good, let me know what parts you get to and then we could talk.
Do you have another real honorable mention? Because we can keep going on this if you'd like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just going through like the typical, like Olimar, he's not a hero. Sonic, he's not really.
Like, Link's a really good one.
Yeah.
Pokemon Trainer's better the more I think about it. And Ramza, like, I can't think of a better
more, JRPGs and just RPGs in general.
Yeah.
I can't think of that because I know their stories are deeper, and that I don't like. Who knows? Shulk might be one.
we got to get further.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got to
I
get further.
can't. From what
Schultz
I've seen,
just feels like he's made to be like the guy that uses a sword, and he's just going to beat up the bad guys. Though, kind of like it just sort of happens. He's not that great of a person. I mean,
I know a little bit more, obviously, but
yeah,
not that much. But I'm just saying,
like he feels more like just Cloud. Like
that's okay. I can see
he's
that.
just kind of he's good with the sword, and he's fighting on the good guy's side. And I'd be friends with him, but
well, he's feeling it.
He is feeling it though. That's the difference. He's feeling it.
I'm really feeling it.
He's really feeling it.
There we go. Really feeling it.
You're right. Why isn't he on the top of both of our lists? No one else even said one time that they were feeling it.
No.
They don't care.
They don't.
They don't care. They're just doing it. They're just going through the motions. They're like robots. They're worse than Rob. Rob feels it more than they do.
I just realized Link doesn't talk in his games, and Pokemon Trainer doesn't either.
No, they got. That's why I said I'm not disagreeing at all, because the more I thought, the more similar they became. Mm-hmm. Until I realized Link's probably a Pokemon trainer.
That was a joke. Wow.
It's just a matter of time till we find out that like Hyrule is just another region. It's gonna happen. If he's in Mario Kart, there's no reason.
That's true. There's nothing stopping Nintendo and Game Freak now. I don't know why I said Game Freak, but
Game Freak's fine.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's Pokemon.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Game Freak's fine.
It's gonna happen.
Maybe Samus. No, Samus just tries to not die, though.
She's a bounty hunter. Yeah,
she's a bounty hunter.
Exactly.
She's putting herself into those situations for money.
I thought of her. I thought of Fox, but no, not really.
His
is more like a mission. He has missions. So it's
he's
not
in the military. It's his job.
It's
at the same
really
time, they did kind of kill his dad, but
yeah,
that doesn't make him. It's also vengeance. Like it's not. It's like saying
he's not
Batman.
a pure hero.
He's like a not an anti-hero though.
Like he would save people. Don't get me wrong, but
he's a good guy. But that doesn't make you full blown heroic for no personal gain just because that's who you are.
Yeah.
Ramza, Link, Pokemon trainers, that's just who they are. They're just such goody two-shoes that you can't beat it.
Yep. It kind of reminds me of like Sonic. Like he's a hero in some way because he does save people and whatever. He will do the right thing, but also he'll do his own thing too. Like he'll write people off. He's not that nice to Amy. He's not nice to people, and heroes need to be nice to everyone. They need to care about others.
Yeah, Link doesn't turn anything down. Pokemon trainers never turn anything down. Ramza, okay, well he's killed a good number of his friends, but
it's for the better good.
But it was hard for him too. It's not like it was easy. Like he had to explain to his sister why their dad's dead now, and it's like, ugh.
Well, see, that is one thing about Sonic. He would sacrifice his life. That's what he
wouldn't just kill someone because they disagree. Okay. Ramza doesn't just kill people because they disagree. It's because he has an army, and they have an army, and he's like, shit, like thousands of dudes are gonna die if I don't just kill this guy. And they talk about it first, and they're like, we gotta fight, and they have a fight. He's not just like walking up and stabbing him. They discuss it. He tries to convince them. And if they decide it needs to come to that, it does.
Okay, we never talked about it because I never played any games. What about Pit?
Pit's a bitch.
I'm just trying not to be biased or anything. I'm
biased, so I can't say anything. I haven't played any of the games either, and I don't care.
I mean, I'm just thinking if
Ice Climbers, I can't think why they wouldn't be good people.
I know. How do you not?
They're just outdoorsmen.
They're Eskimos. They're,
Eskimos don't do anything wrong.
No, so I'm trying to... And yet, Sakai's biased because he just axed them. Lucas, I don't know much about his story. He's probably the same as Ness, so he probably cries like a little bitch.
Now, would you say that something with no sense of right or wrong could be really heroic? It just does the right thing because if you do something wrong, you are now a bad person. To that thing. Because what I'm thinking...
Like, you mean if they don't know that they're doing is wrong?
In a way, yeah. Because, like, for example, there's Cosmo.
Like, if I were to kill someone right now...
No, if someone came in And I don't know how to explain this. Here, I was thinking...
you're a retard and you just kill people?
What I was thinking was Cosmos from Xenosaga.
She's a retard.
Her programming is to protect the scientist that created her. So there's a part
okay.
where there's a dude, and he's standing in between Cosmos and the thing she needs to kill. The thing she needs to kill is going to attack one of the professors or one of the scientists.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a dude in the middle. She's like, move. And the guy doesn't move. He says, I'll kill it. So she just shoots through him, killing him, because her job is to protect the girl.
But he was going to...
He was going to try. He wasn't a bad guy, but he was...
going to try to kill her?
Kill the monster.
Oh.
But he's in her line of fire. She's doing the best she knows how.
Yeah.
That's what Xenosaga is kind of deep, because it's like, you're a murderer, and she's like, no, I did everything that I know is right because you programmed me this way. You're the murderer.
That's
and then
really
she's
tough.
like, fuck, I programmed you to murder people.
Yeah. She's the real murderer.
And there's the part where she needs the ship because her programming is to bring the scientist to safety. Mm-hmm. So she gets to the spaceship and she kicks the window and she's like, one more and it'll break. I need your ship right now. And they're like, this is our job. Like, this is our ship for work. And she's like, you have 3 seconds until I kill everybody. And they're like, okay.
She's more lenient than Godzilla.
She does give them a warning.
Yeah.
But she kills a good number of people because they're just in the way.
I'd like to say no.
That's a little bit too raw.
Yeah.
I like her because she's not wrong.
Well, then you could at least... I know Godzilla wasn't made to protect anyone, but he does. To an extent.
Does.
But he, in the process, kills thousands upon maybe even millions of people.
Isn't he just a bad guy sometimes, though? He gets so angry that he just destroys things rather than...
It's like he gets sends bad people, though, too. Because, like, some guys are evil, and he just...
I feel like that's just how they set up the scenes. Like, here's where we need the bad guy to die.
Yeah.
I don't... And it comes across like he just has, like, a bad guy radar. Isn't it like that the deal is he comes and he fucks up some stuff to remind people not to... Whatever.
No, from what I thought he actually... In some, if not half at least, he tries to save the city, and then other times he's just like, there's a monster, no, I'm the boss here, I'm gonna kill you.
Sometimes it's really selfish.
Yeah,
I'm the big monster.
Yeah.
I'm the kaiju.
Exactly, I could do this to the city, not you.
Yeah, and then the oldest ones are like, it's like a warning against using nuclear power, where Godzilla is like a warning.
Yeah, he was evil. He became like kiddish and childish when he had his kid.
That was a weird era.
Yeah.
That a lot of people don't consider that to be too meaningful. And then there's other ones where Godzilla's just kind of wrecking stuff, like the 80s one. Godzilla's just kind of messing up cities because that makes a cool movie.
Yeah. Blowing up crap. I would like to say that Power Rangers are heroic. They're heroic guys.
I asked about video games.
I know, but they are in a video game.
They are.
In multiple.
So's like freaking Ed, and Eddie. But
they're not.
They are.
There's a difference. They are not heroic. No, Gex
Eddie
is heroic. Eddie.
Think about that.
Double D.
There's Double D.
Definitely.
Double D.
I could go for Double D. Powerpuff Girls.
They're so selfish sometimes.
They are, that's right. They're too young.
They're so selfish. Paste eater.
Sailor Moon.
Oh, no, she's a bitch.
Again,
she's a bitch.
Really? Oh, I didn't
Sailor
know.
Moon's a bitch. No, she risks the success of saving the world sometimes because she wants to be with Tuxedo Mask. Yeah, and she's like, no, because she knows Sailor Mars is hotter. And she's like,
yeah.
She does girl bitchy stuff that they're like, no, we need to fight the bad guy right now. And she's like, no, I'm not going to help you. Because, like, I want him to think I'm cool.
I need to watch this.
Why? Because you understand how it feels to be a 12-year-old girl.
Yes. And Jupiter was just the hottest to me.
Jupiter's so hot. But I like Mars. Like, I got a thing for the long black hair. Neptune's okay. Like, she's in the bottom of the bunch.
Well, Jupiter's the green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, short. Yeah. I thought she had black hair. I guess I was wrong.
Mars has long black hair. Jupiter has dark green hair.
Dark green. Okay.
You might have mistaken it as black.
Might
It's
have.
similar. I'm trying to remember. There's one other one that Venus is kind of. If you're into the blonde thing, Venus is okay. Moon's like too cute. Like I can't. She's not that attractive in that way, and she's also like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mars though. I gotta go with Mars.
Okay. No, isn't the series? I know it just got.
Sailor Moon Crystal. Yeah, it's being rebooted right now.
But I want to kind of watch the old ones. So
I have
that's
all
like
the
what,
old
50?
ones on my.
Do you have it with you?
No, and it's like 100 something.
100-something episodes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Damn.
It's a lot, and there's other series in between.
Do you have it subbed, or
yeah,
the actual
it's subbed.
dub? Okay.
I could get it. I might have dual audio actually.
That might be great. I mean, I'll just put on my other external because I'm running out of.
I need to get home and
I'm
look.
sure it's over.
I don't
30
keep it
gigs,
with me.
right?
And it's low quality because it's just TV
So
quality.
maybe 15,
so
20 gigs.
again,
Probably
I
25.
gotta get home to even look.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, anyway, let me know. I guess we're getting off topic. But
yeah, it's
no,
really off topic.
Anyway, yeah, no. Those would be the heroes for me. To reiterate, it, Pokemon Trainer and Link. Or I can't really consider me personally. I know you have another one. I don't. I can only picture three. Right
I mean,
now.
I could go on and on. There's people that develop into it, but what story doesn't have a guy that's not that heroic that doesn't develop into like one?
Yeah, what's the point of a video game then? I mean,
Right, like I mean,
certain video games.
I was
know
gonna say
don't,
like, Cloud actually is just kind of an asshole the whole time.
No.
He's a mercenary. So again, it's almost like the bounty hunter argument
Mhm.
that he's like it's kind of his job, and of course he grows close with these people and wants to save them, but he kind of just saves his group and kills a lot of dudes that are also just doing their job, like Shinra soldiers. He just kind of kills dudes that fight him.
Hmm.
And walks around to level up by just killing more guys. Squall from 8, though, I'd say is more because he starts off being an asshat because he was basically like kind of abandoned and orphaned. Like, from what I recall, they kind of left him. And left him at an orphanage, and then he's pretty bitter about that. And throughout the course of the game, he like learns a lot more about like protecting people and whatever. And at the end, he's like a really cool guy, doing things for the right reason. So he's a good one. I think I'm pretty good on that question, though. We ran it pretty far.
Mm-hmm.
You came up with some good ones spur of the moment. I wanted to see what Mark would say. He'd probably just say, like, Master Chief and, like, whoever the guy from Destiny is. Like, he'd just say, like, Master Chief and, like, Coltrane from Gears of War or something. I don't know. He, like, wouldn't have an answer. Or he'd copy me. He'd like, be like, Link. Because he's, you know, a big Zelda fan now. Because he has one game or something.
I mean, I was honest in saying I don't know much, but from what I've
He would be
either
honest,
played
too.
and or read.
Just when he's honest and when you're honest, he pisses me off more.
But no, I didn't want to say Link first, but I did. But no, my number one is obviously Pokemon Trainer.
Okay. Do you want to play some Xenoblade then?
That, but I thought we'd watch Sword Art.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, thank you all for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We got kind of off topic, but whatever.
Yeah, sorry about that, but
it's all good.
Yep. And we are really feeling it. And ciao.
I'm really failing it.